Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the big daddy of all days, the main event's final day, the final Community Cup, the final extravaganza to decide who is going to be our ultimate contestant, ultimate team is today. My name is Lucifer, joining me on desk is Raider, and this is going to be a complete hype train of a day, and I'm super excited. How about you, Raider?
I am pretty excited after seeing what happened in past few days. Oh yeah, the excitement is on peak, to be honest. We don't know who's going to win. We don't know who's going to be the champion. But today is the day where we'll get all our answers.
We will. A lot of questions. We've been talking a lot and big about IND, and they've been stepping up to the big stages, and nobody so far has taken them down on a map. Their series have been flawless. Not even a single catastrophe of a performance we've seen coming in from them. And the team we spoke about, the B team. This team was supposed to face them off in the Split 1 itself. That never happened because Worst Generation took them down. Surprise here, Worst Generation's not going to be continuing. They got eliminated yesterday in the lower bracket, meaning it is chance for B team to pick their pace back upon where they were thinking that they could take upon IND. Whereas on the other hand of things, waiting for the lower bracket finals, Team Havk, after a surprise, after a position where we thought they might actually have contested into a mistake, they step up into a position where they're looking good right now and it might just work out for them. But can they make it up back into the upper bracket, back into the grand finals, back into the best of a 5? That's what our grand finals has for us today, Raider, and that's what I'm excited about.
Well, now let's talk about the schedule, guys. We'll start off with IND versus B team. It's kind of poetic. IND is the one which is setting the markers. B team on the other corner is breaking those markers, and they are here up against IND in the winners bracket finals. It is going to be challenging, but we will start it off with that, and then finally, whoever loses, he's going to go. That particular team, to be precise, is going to go in the lower bracket finals, where Team Havk is patiently waiting to see who is their enemy, who is their opponent. After beating them, of course, Havk will be getting their spot in the grand finale, or maybe the other team is going to get their spot in the grand finale. But from the winners bracket final, we are going to get two things. First of all, the opponent of Havk, and second, of course, the grand spot. The grand finale is going to be in their names. But this is how it all started, Lucifer.
Yeah, we had an amazing journey which started 2 weekends back, Split 1, where we ended up seeing IND B team. They're still in the race. Level 100 GAT. They were left out in our LCQ. zealous Generation made their way into the main event. They got eliminated in the lower bracket. Eternal Fate also had a similar fate. Lethal Force could not manage to move out of the LCQ. Havk managed to make their way along with Helldivers, but Helldivers got eliminated yesterday in the lower bracket. Havk almost at the end of elimination survived on the map of Las Vegas, and they are looking forward to the money. Maybe the big chunks itself. Right now they're sitting at the $1,200 price spot. That is confirmed for them, but can they rake up more cash? $2,000 and $6,000 US respectively are waiting for them.
The grand prize of $10,000 is the prize pool, but of course the champions are going to get $6,000 if they get that chunk. But yeah, looking at the brackets, guys, you can clearly see how it all started. We had 6 amazing teams where in the winner brackets round 2, match number 1 and match number 2, we had Team IND and Havk respectively after they won the very first action of the finals in the Split 1 and Split 2 respectively, and from there things started to topple down. We were able to bid farewell to 3 teams individually yesterday, and now we are left with the top 3. Of course, the sides are going to change over here. Maybe IND is going to be #2, maybe V team is going to be #1. We never know what's going to happen, but we know one thing for sure, and that's IND is going to be on par today. They are going to perform a lot, and these are the 5 giants from their corner: Tempest, Arav, Jitsu, and other individuals also from that particular corner. But talking about B team, we have Snappy Face, Water, Satiman, Mr. Beebs, and Best Lamb.
The main thing that is working for B team as we see their games recently is the change in their versatility of a build that they're picking up, the contestant that they're individually maining on. We'll talk about the maps. B team, their stronghold is Sissurise, and then we jump into Monaco, and I don't think there's a particular map we would pick for IND because all the maps that we've seen from IND have been good. It is a map of Monaco. They could have gone Skyway Stadium, but Skyway Stadium gets banned by B team, seeing the amount of success that IND has had on that. So I like, okay, we'll go to Monaco. Let's take our eyes on that, set our sights over there, but also managed to ban Las Vegas. We've been talking about Las Vegas, right? It's a very vivid and a big map, open all around, and they say no, we're not going to go there. They end up going to a very rough terrain of Kyoto, the newest instilled map here in the final circuit, and we would want to see who our first grand finalist is going to be. The best of 3 is set between these two. Who are your picks depending on the veto raider?
The best of 3, eventually I think, yes, IND can do it, to be honest, because of the way that they have performed. And I think IND is a little bit vulnerable at the same point, because they have changed their strategies a bit. They started in split 1 with having 3 heavies in their favor and playing with 1 medium and 1 light, but now they have switched it up a bit and they have decided to go with 2 heavies and 1 medium and 2 lights. So that is kind of working for them. Because of the fact that this particular situation is working, they were able to beat their opponent Helldivers and push them into the lower bracket, and they are finally here in the winners bracket final. But then again, the challenge is going to get circumpassed or not. We will get to know that in this beautiful map of Cis Horizon, because out here B team is the most effective team. But can they shut IND, the score setters, the goal getters? Can they shut them down or not? That's what we want to know. But from the hindsight, we have the combinations coming through. Okay, 1 heavy, actually 2 heavies. Okay, Mr. Beeps and Snappy Face are playing on heavies with the winch claws and the meshes. And on the hindsight, we have 2 mediums and 1 light. Of course, that's going to be water. But yep, did I saw that correctly? 3 heavies?
Yep, you did.
Again?
And 2 lights.
Okay. Wow.
No mediums at all, no turrets, no D-mats. They are not at all interested on the medium gadgets. They're like, heavy is fine, heavy also has explosives. We'll make use of that, and our lights are going to be running all around rampant, attacking right now towards Collection and Archives as we start our first round raider. This is the upper bracket finals between IND and B team.
Let the action begin. The key is out there. B team on the attack. It's their best map so far. We have seen them pretty amazing. Charge and slam. Oh, what was that? Interesting. They're trying to make some new openings. That's going to be a possibility for them. They're approaching the B terminal. What's IND doing? With those 3 heavies, they are definitely looking forward to take the confrontations rather than setting up the sites.
I think they will be depending upon their lights for information.
Yeah, for sure.
And then all their heavies charge. Tempest. He should be able to spot the key very soon, holding the stairwell. And looks like the key decided to reroute. Use the gateway, and they're already trying to start the decryption. Best Lamb trying to cover up with the farmers, but they lose one of the players as the decryption gets started.
And that was a light water who has been compromised. Snappy Face also receiving a lot of shots. He's the heavy, but needs to tank up a lot of damage if that's possibility. Oh, look at that. What's happening? He's totally ruling through. It's the last one starting. Snappy Face has got the RPG-7, but I don't think so he's going to find anything valuable as the Dome Shield was available over there. And there you go, a flawless retake coming in. Interruptions are queued in. Nothing to offer from B team. Yes, they were quick enough to get that decryption started, but IND on the other corner was even more quicker to get that interruption done.
I want to understand, there was around 60 seconds, 20 seconds is what IND took to kind of get closer, and once they were there, within less than 10 seconds, they deleted everybody from B team.
Exactly.
It did not even look like a fight. By the time our observer was about to check their POV, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all the 5 pentas gone.
Yeah.
This
flawless
is
round.
IND. They know what they're fighting for. They know $10,000. They've been looking forward to this opportunity. Let's reel this a little behind. Jitsu. He was a man who's looking forward to his Revolution Showdown trophy. Because as we said, he's also climbing the ranks of the finals within the game in the leaderboards. He was unsuccessful in that attempt. And now he has an opportunity again. He is going to rise to the occasion. He's not going to let this trophy go down. And he is fighting for it. They've already spotted the AP team attackers moving in a direction, but they use the gateway, try to get away from the difficulty. But nothing's going to work. The snipers are on point. Another player just gets vanished. A vanishing bomb of a bullet coming in from IND.
Oh yeah. No escape, nothing to offer. There you go, one more down. RPG-7 on par. Yes, they're trying to get that decryption started pretty soon. But can they hold it off? Can they hold that terminal? Can they stop the interruption to Q1? Man is down, and there goes Mr. Beebs as well. Nothing valuable.
Last
Team materializer. Best lap. Ooh, again a super shot. SR84 on par. 2 lights. They are definitely heavy. And a T snappy face goes down. One last member surviving. Charge and slam. And the site's clear. There you go. That's it.
Hey, we did see a team giving them a little bit of a run in yesterday's matchup when we spoke about the upper bracket round 2s. I was held divers against them and they were able to take 2 rounds, right? In both the maps that they played, it almost looked a little competitive. But right now, B team are getting outskilled in their own map pick. Now, it might be the attack that they're starting things off on. But hey, this is your own map pick. At least a single round is something we expect or we look forward to. And I'm pretty sure you have more expectations for yourself on a stronghold of a map of this horizon.
Exactly.
B team have won 5 out of 6 games, whereas IND, they've played Cis Horizon once.
Wow, man. The stats, they're telling us that maybe it's the new terrain, but IND, nothing is new for them. They are just efficient. Tempest receives a bit of a damage, but he damaged 2 other individuals. He was able to tag them around. But the light, water, the only light that B team has got. He is marching in. Tempest again receives a bit of a damage. Barrier missed over there, was able to soak all the bullets. Nothing effective from both the sides. No player has been taken down, but still I believe the approach from B team is not going to be feasible enough. Oh, they retaliated. They have gotten taken down 1 light, but here comes the instantaneously retaliations coming through. 1 more down from IND as well. Muku, Jitsu, they are marching. Receive 1 RPG7, and there you go. Best Slam goes down.
They said you take 1, we take 3 from you. And now it's down to the other 2 from B team. They managed successfully finding the second, but there are 3 more that they have to be worried about. Light trying his best, takes 0. That was the sniper danger that IND were carrying, but IND still have numbers too. It's all down to Water. Water was the first elimination in the first round, but right now in this round, 50 seconds on the clock. He spots the heavy, trying to chase him around. He makes sure he finds the elimination.
What?
And he finds both. What just...
Yeah, in a line of fire. Both the
Ouch.
guys came into the line of fire. That is indeed going to hurt. Especially the mindset that IND was coming up with. They were just absolutely on par with the defense. But this time, things started to topple down. They were isolated. The lights were isolated. 0 was taken down instantaneously. We got to see even Arav, first of all, getting compromised. And then those 3 heavies. Wow, this was good. Definitely Water was able to be on par. This time, Water pulled it off. A 1v2 from his corner saved the day for the team. And as you asked, Lucifer, there you go. 1 round at least coming in from B team.
Everybody was expecting B team to at least have 1 on attack now. I've been talking about this. Attack on the finals is not always fruitful, but you should find 1 at least. Otherwise, 3-0 is just defeat written. And there are teams who managed to find a way around, but it's not the easiest. And now one of the players have been caught on the roof. They do manage to jump around. RPG gets sent. Tempest trying to chase the player with a charge and slam. Misses the opportunity. But now is still going in. Lewis gun loosens up the end of B team by finding elimination.
Yeah, there's a space to infiltrate. But it's 4v4. The light, Water is still acting on it. Just like the previous round, he's just being phenomenal. The dome shield broken. Sun goes in. Spots 1 more, and that's a light, but ooh, that was a good retaliation. 2v2 now.
Happening on.
Yeah, the key is out there, and that's exactly why IND is losing their numbers. They need to get that key. And amidst that chaos, they are actually losing a lot of players.
I don't know where the players are. Arav and 0-0, both are the lights. That's going to be tough. They have to recover the key to get back into action, and especially the key lost on the roof. Worried, evasive dash. There, he spotted a player. 0 tried his best, but finally will be able to get that key in control. Should be able to start the decryption. 40 seconds on the clock. He needs only 4 to start it. And there you go. 60 seconds right now. And IND, as they start the decryption, lose 1. It's all up to Arav. The XP has to find it. Does successfully find. Immediately cloaks himself. And survives. Satiman is the light, heavy, medium. I was about to say all the other builds, but he's not even received a single tick of damage.
Starting the interruption, but he knows that the player is out there. Yeah, receives a bit of a damage and instantaneously trades him off as well. Toxic gas. Oh, a lot of shots. Now Sadie Man is looking a little low. 20 seconds. Need to punch it out here. Few more seconds was needed, but no, IND swings and they deliver. Map point coming through for IND. Yes, they are not going to lose any more rounds probably. It does feel like that. But Water, he indeed started in a good way. Satiman unfortunately as the medium. That was unfortunate for B team, I believe.
It almost looked like B team were about to convert that round, but RF played with big cojones in that round. With Zero, it was not easy. Zero tried his best, but at least good thing that he did start the decryption, which gave RF to play around. And with having Cloak as a specialization, he used it at its best. Unfortunate for Sadiman, he did not have a single tick of damage, but eventually had to go completely falter. But Water has been looking fabulous for B team. He has been the reason that they got even one round. He could have been the reason again for them to find the second in defense. But they were a little steadfast too into the defensive attack. And that went away from their hands. IND, one round is what they need to close their opponent's map choice. And then push it to their own of Monaco.
But look at the flank. Spotted. Yeah, but there are 3 individuals who are out there on A and the other 2 are actually on B. Interesting approach. Oh, PG7 charge and slam, and there you go. What? Equalized? They lose one of their own as well. Barrier mesh activated. The light needs to evade. Otherwise, he's going to get capitalized over here. Still gives a bit of a damage. Impressive. Frag nades still being delivered. Spots the heavy. Making sure the damage is done. 3v4. B team loses one of their own. This could be the last round indeed. Oh,
it could be. 2 players simultaneously fall. One of them tried to manage an exchange, but it in vain. All as IND closes horizon with 4-1 of a score. Their opponent's map already in their backpack, and they are one step closer to be called the first grand finalists of the first ever the Finals Community Cup here in India.
I mean, it felt like IND was like more than ready initially in the first 2 rounds especially. But yes, in the 3rd round of their defense, things started to like go out of their hands. Then they lost that particular round. All thanks to what Water did. He was able to clutch it out with a 1v2 in his favor. And also in the 4th one, as the side switched, we got to see Water getting the first pick, and eventually he was able to be quite on par with the approach. But Satiman at the last few points, when he was trying to get that interruption done, he failed at that point because of the fact that Arav, he's a light, he can be quick, he has the cloak as a specialization, so he was quite efficient with that approach. And yeah, at the end that map point came through, and after that what happened in the 5th round was pretty evident, guys. One by one, every single individual getting isolated. Arav over there with the XP, he was just damaging his opponents, and the other guys were swimming in RPG7s, charge and slam, winch claws, whatever you want, everything was available over there. And IND was like, we are going to put a rampage out here.
They indeed put up. It all started with Zero's SR84 shots on the sniper. He was, I don't know, those Magnum bullets were just piercing players and just eliminating them on an instant. That's the instant noodles that you would talk about, not this
2-second noodles.
Yeah, Zero was just taking players down. Then there was a little bit of a stalling for Zero where they were able to find him out, make sure that his sniper shots did not connect, and that's where Arav stepped up. And we've always talked about this. Whenever a team has 2 lights, it does get a tad bit difficult for both of them to perform at a similar scale, because expectations are always high. You are the highest damage dealers in the team, and you are going to be very quick and evasive. And I really like the setup coming in, 1 on a cloak, 1 on an evasive dash, and that worked out for them. The first and the second half balanced out really well for each other, and the heavies always, right? It never felt like the heavies were running away from a battle. They were always there from IND's end to cover each other up for the lights, for each other heavies as well. On the other case also it was similar, right? The heavies were trying to protect their mediums and lights, but it was just not enough. There was just 3 heavies on the side of IND, and they've been just better. They've been clearly better in every game that we have seen so far. The only team, as I keep telling it, has been Helldivers. Managed to take 2 rounds. That's the costliest that's been for IND. Other than that, there have been teams who have managed to pull 1 round, and B team are one of them right now.
Helldivers, yes, they were fun, but unfortunately they are not the part of the action anymore, as they were beaten down. They were taken down against, I believe, in the lower bracket round number 1.1 We got to see Versus Nation beating them out, so Helldivers failed to do anything mesmerizing over there. But Versus Nation also lost their action against Havk. Now we have IND versus B Team up for the chance of being the first grand finalists, and I think IND is already marching their way. The way they dominated in the first map was something amazing. Indeed, that's the word. Domination is what they were able to push through. Now let's talk about the MVP as well. Let's talk about some stats, some facts, and tell you guys that who was the MVP. It is going to be Tempest. Was not the light, but was a heavy, but his performance was even more heavier.
7 eliminations. We could even see from his screen how strategized battles he was taking. His battles were always in terms of relaying information as well as doing damage to the opponents, and he was successfully doing 7 eliminations, 1 assist, 3,500 of a combat score. Raider, this tells us that every heavy is indeed heavy from the side of IND.
Oh, amazing play. Jitsu, he was there with 2 frags, but then again the support with the assist was amazing. Let's talk about our lights. Arav, he got 6. Zero out there with 3. I believe Zero was the one who was playing on SR, so that's kind of justifiable. Arav on the XPs was like up close, up front with the cloaks. He was the element of surprise indeed for the opponents. But yeah, talking about the opponents, B Team, Satiman on the back foot with just 1 frag. It is indeed going to be pretty interesting to watch over there. But yeah, the match summary out here is indeed telling us that there was one particular team who was just on par. The combat score for B Team is a little bit heavier. We can see the support also coming through from the corner, but IND is just on a whole another level when it comes to eliminations.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about that, right? IND is just right now a team who are looking in comparison completely different from anybody else in the whole competition of the Community Cup. Now this team with a clear objective was established to rule India. It has the initials of IND already, and they are doing it. They are getting closer to those pedestals. We are, yes, keeping them on a high drive right now because that's how they've performed, and we've never seen a bad day of IND. There have been teams competing against them, but can IND pull off the Community Cup's victory is what we have to wait and watch out. But right now the lost chance can be again pulled back because this best of 3 is not done. They did lose their own pick, B Team. Now they have a chance to fight on Monaco, which is an even ground for everybody, and I know every team has played Monaco in their scrims, in their individual games, in their matches, whether be stream or off stream as well during their qualifiers. So Monaco should be an even ground for both the teams, but it's all about how they strategize. B Team have an advantage to start things off. That's going to be defense, Raider.
Yeah, but eventually if you try to remember what happened yesterday in the exact map of Monaco, things were a little bit different. The attackers were miserably failing, but the defense from both the sides were like acting pretty peculiarly, and eventually they were getting a lot of rounds in their favor. If that is going to be consistent, maybe IND is going to face some backlash in this particular scenario from B Team. But I think the way IND is rolling in, the tempo, the mindset that they have got is just something which is on another level. Yes, they were surprising us yesterday with like 2 heavies and switching their roles along the way, but eventually today they are back to square one. Arav and Zero on the lights, they were as phenomenal as Split 1 finale. That's exactly what they're trying to play on, and I believe continuing that will be the case seen for Monaco as well. I believe in that scenario, lights can be very efficient through the streets, and eventually also on the Cathedral, maneuvering around those lights can be absolutely valuable. And if you talk about Cathedral, talk about the demolition. At that point, I think those 3 heavies can be more than on par.
Oh, they're going to be irritating. They're going to be annoying. They're going to be just on destruction mode. They're going to be the engineers of Monaco who are going to completely topsy-turv this whole environment of the finals. It's going to be IND to start things off, and we do end up seeing underpass and construction. So for now, at least construction can be destroyed, but we will have to take some time before going into Cathedral itself. But the build is same. 3 heavies, 2 charge and slam, Jitsu playing with a winch, and Arav and Zero the same. It is going to be a sniper and an XP battle. On the other end, 2 heavies, medium and light.
They're sticking to the same guns. I'm talking about literally about the roles, the builds. They have to outperform their opponent in order to win their first ticket to the grand finale. 90s out here to win. 3 heavies, 2 lights, 1 SR84, 1 XP, 2 charge and slams, 1 winch claw. IND is more than prepped for the attack. And as we talked about the map of Monaco, the destruction needs to be there, and IND is with the charge slam. I think they can bring that destruction to a literal term. Because of the charge and slam, they can break open openings and eventually get some good stuff out. Get the decryption started pretty early. As we move in, Portal, it is going to give them the edge. ID0 reaches towards the top of the cathedral, and they've already taken one down. There you go. B team start is once again not that good. SR shots misses a bit. Oh, no connection so far.
Look at how the defenders of B team are running. It seems like they're the attackers and IND have the ones who have spotted them out in the open. They're trying to chase them out. Underpass and beat of construction. Where do they hit? Finally, there is some bullets being shot out from construction. This looks like they want to challenge Arav. Falls down as he's trying to get closer to the construction. His teammates, they are already at the underpass. Jitsu, he's been brought down to low health and gets cleared off. That's a nice shot. But now, what does Arav do? He's gotten his teammate Tempest here. Arav spotted the player and he clears him off. Arav, he's already said construction is mine. You guys invited me to fight. I'm going to try my best to put the best foot forward. Finally, they put Arav down. Tempest, what an RPG. Now with the Lewis gun, should be able to clear the player off. Also has given the call, trying to use the mesh and surviving. But how long can he survive? Hits the reload. And now a charge and slam, destroying buildings. Tempest will for sure secure the last player. And with that, IND gets round 1 as they start things off on Monaco.
Lucifer, correct me if I'm wrong. That the objective of the finals, the terminal attack, is to get that decryption started. IND seems to have lost the track. They are hunting the players. They're hunting the defenders, literally. The way they played. Oh my god, that's amazing. The way they were.
The objectives are for me and you. For them, it's the victory.
For IND, it's like we have to win, and we are going to be chaotic about it because we have got 3 heavies. Look at those RPGs being so precise. The charge and slam, demolishing the buildings, getting the right values out of it. Now once again, IND marches their way through the outskirts. We're on the rooftops. We have Snappy Face, has got KS to play with. In close range, this guy can be absolutely amazing with the hefty amount of damage that KS can relay. But you need to be precise with it, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, KS is a very annoying weapon, as we even talk about model 1887 on the medium. It's similar to that, but again, it's not a weapon viable for long distance. It is a weapon which can destroy environments as easy as possible. With the help of a heavy, Best Slam did spot out the players, and with the farmers, he's also going to make sure he finds the elimination. He makes sure that IND's decision of chasing them out proves fatal, but he also in exchange gets cleared off. Back to a 4v4. IND say we commit as a team.
The trade fires are coming in. Light has been spotted. Yes, it is going to be Arav this time. Who can be? No, it's Arav, it's Zero to be precise, if I'm not wrong. Arav was taken down initially as the first light went down. Now it's Arav who has been put down. Oh, IND losing 3 players. They equalize. They kind of have the tendency to get that equalizer pretty soon. And yes, they have got it. We have a light and a heavy surviving in from B team. Let's see what IND has to offer. IND has got 2 heavies. Okay. This is going to be interesting. They need to hold back a bit so that they can be back with 150 HP.
But there's time that's ticking. That's not a constraint that you can change. That's not an environment decision. You have to clear things off. Now they're figuring out where the key is because of all the chaos that they themselves instilled in Monaco. Now they're trying to figure out what's the best approach. Muku makes his way through without getting hit with a single bullet. Now he's trailing. Nice tracing, and that works. They find the light who gets eliminated. Now it's a medium on the other end. Wait, it was a medium, right?
Yeah,
it's a heavy.
No, it is actually heavy. Yeah. They need to get that decryption started. Are they on it? I think they are. Oh, that's it, guys. Now the trouble is on. Snappy, you have to fight with 2 heavies. But the fact is, they have a bit more of a HP. Snappy Face has got a bit more of a HP. But this toxic gas is going to... And he gets one. Alright. He gets one. That's Jitsu has been compromised. There's the last guy. Let's see. Let's wait if he's going to get him or not.
1v1. Snappy Face also waits to recover health, but 30 seconds on the clock. On the other end, it's a charge and slam. So it is going to be the player or heavy hiding. Muko, now he comes in with a charge and slam, and he slams the player to eliminate. That's the second IND. They are here to win. They are here for the grand finals. We might be applauding them already because that's what they've been doing from day 1 of Split 1. This has been an overpowered team that we've seen here in the Indian circuit, and nobody's been able to do anything to pull off even a single map against them, and it just seems to be similar today as well. This is the upper bracket finals that we are talking about. B team, who had a chance to be the first grand finalist, now seem adrift. They would have to go to the lower bracket final, but let's wait and watch. There's still the second half where things can change.
One more round is what B team has got to win to fight back to, I guess, open up in this map of Monaco. So far, the previous round that we got to witness was quite a close one, but eventually now on Cathedral we get to see the barrier mesh and the lights. Heavy's acting on it, dishing out a bit of a damage, but no connection so far. Nothing valuable coming in from the other side, but B team loses their first one. And that's a big blow to their morale of again. This round is not at all looking good. Canisters in the hand, Jitsu pushes it over, opens the building up. The players can relocate. Was that Mr. Beebs on the top of that Cathedral?
Yeah, Mr. Beebs with the role change has been working well, but this time B team have been just losing their players. This is the last round of the first half. They're the ones who had a chance, who had an attempt to get rounds in defense, but they're unsuccessful in all of it. And now look at this chase, the discussion coming through. What a jump from Arav to save his teammate. They do lose one, but it's only one. Now they're chasing and looking forward to this last heavy, and they clear him, soar him with bullets, and that is going to be 3-0. IND, one more round, and they'll be the first grand finalist of the Finals Community Cup main event. 3 weeks of unwavered performance for this day.
We have been talking about the evolution. A lot of teams have evolved, but IND is still on point. IND is still effective. None of the teams are able to compete against them and eventually put them down. Yes, of course, we can talk about Eldivers who were able to push them in 2 rounds in each particular map, but at the end, who came surpassing them was INT. And that's exactly why they're in the winners bracket finale now. They are just 1 round away, as they have got the series point in the name. They're just 1 round away from the grand finale, from the BO5, from the final marking stage of being the champions of the very first Community Cup of the finals. And I think they can do it. They are on the defense. It's a good spot to play with. Oh, Sati man, how was that?
Welcoming shot from Zero.
Yeah.
They do grab the key. They are trailing around the edges of the building. Zero spots again, sends a shot. And then immediately on the roof is where the battle strikes. First elimination on B team. More of the players trying to use the jump pad, and they are surging. Muko, along with his teammates, find another elimination. It's up to the other 3. Satiman caught out in the roof, and it's down to one last player. Where is he? And he's found on the roof, being chased, being punched, and with that is going to be a melee finish in style coming in for IND, the first grand finalists of the main event.
You're 1 step closer to being the grand finalist, and all you had to offer B team was 1 round, that too on your own pick. Nothing to offer on INDs. Monaco is not the map that we have not seen a lot. We have seen this map in at least, I believe, 12 to 14 games. 12 to 14 times. So that was phenomenal. The way these guys played was just absolutely on point.
Yeah, I don't know what to talk about this. Both the teams, when we stepped into Monaco, had victories. No losses at all on the map. But finally, somebody had to take a loss. Somebody had to take the win. And it is going to be IND. There was no doubts on that. But B team, they take their first loss on Monaco. But the way they've taken the loss of 4-0 at this stage of the game, it doesn't tell us that, oh wait, B team are not able to do anything. It tells us of who IND are, what IND want, why they are putting up a showcase like this. Their intentions are clear. They want that trophy. I mean, we saw that amazing trophy in Revolution Showdown, which happened with creators. Jitsu was also there. He had Pasho on the other end as his team opponent, enemy, and that time he did not get an opportunity to pick that trophy. He did say he would bounce back, and he is doing. He's found a team who's been menacing the grounds of the finals, the arenas. I think also are scared of IND at this point of the tournament. It's not just the opponents.
For sure, indeed, that's the case. Because if you see every single team that faced off against Indy, it was just Helldivers who got something out of it. Otherwise, every single team, all they had was just either 4-0s against them, or like maybe 1 round or 2 rounds. That's exactly what they were able to get against IND. So phenomenal performance indeed is going to be an understatement. Muko this time is going to be the on par guy, and in both the maps we got to see the heavies being the guys who were the MVP. In the previous matchup we got to see a different phase, and now we have Muku coming in with 9 eliminations and 1 death. That's all in 4 rounds that we got to witness, and he was a part of 10 fights. That's why you can see 1 assist also coming in, and also the combat score of 4,910.
Only heavy that's been or had a chance to put up a better score was Joseph with 10 eliminations. That happened yesterday for their qualification game in the lower bracket, but eventually when they met with Havk, they couldn't move ahead. But Muko comes in second at 9 elimination, then comes in Arav at 4, Jitsu with 3, 0 at 2, and Tempest at 2 as well. But look at the assists everybody has. Arav on a light has 5 assists. Let's jump to the other part of things here. Mr. Beebs, he's the top fragger. We did talk about his performance kind of taking a very shaky turn on the graph, but towards this ending phase of the finals community cup, the main event, the past 2 days, Mr. Beebs has been consistent. He's the top fragger here with 3 eliminations, but unfortunately that's not going to be enough to put up a barricade against IND's victory streak. 20 eliminations compared to B Team's 9. They've double plussed the amount of eliminations that they just did.
And not just that, even look at the combat score. 13,627 on the other corner. We have just 7,000 completing. You can clearly see the difference. Oh, look at the skyscraper from Muku and Arav. Being the light, this guy definitely was on par. From 0, we got to see some beautiful SR action also coming through. Amazing plays coming in from IND. But to be honest, B team was also on par with their own stats, and eventually the team coordination came through. We got to see no isolations this time. If the team went down, they went down in a jiffy. So that worked for them. But now talking about the guys' brackets, we have our first grand finalists, and it is going to be IND, as they have beaten down their opponent. They have made sure that they march up ahead with 2-0 against their opponent B team, and as they have got this spot, I think they will be waiting for their opponent. It could be B team, it could be Havk, as they have decided to be on the top 2. At least IND is going to get the top 2 in their favor. At least maybe #2 or #1, depending on their performance in the grand finals and the PO5. We'll get to see the lower bracket finals, if I'm not wrong, very soon. But after that, before that, we will get to have a short break, and then we will have the action resume. So stay tuned. We'll be back shortly. Well, we already know that IND has moved into the grand finale. Now the question is who is going to be their opponent. But for that, we need to know what's going to happen in between Havk and B Team. Well, guys, welcome back after a quick short break on the disc of the finals Community Cup. We do have Nikros on the disc along with me. And yeah, guys, Nikros, any expectations, anything to add on after seeing the 4-0, the 4-1 chaos coming in from IND?
One thing is for sure, Team IND has evolved into the juggernauts of the entire Community Cup right now. They are literally unstoppable with the game that they've already played, and they have been playing for the past couple of weeks in the split one and then coming to the main event. But right now, it all comes down to the lower bracket final. Yes, again, the expectations are set a lot higher as compared to what it was before, because this is also a revenge matchup for Team Havk. They have been brought down in the lower brackets by B Team. It was a 2-1 scoreline in the match that they played in the winner bracket round 2, the upper brackets round 2 against them. So when they again recall everything coming down to this lower bracket final, which one team will be eliminated, this is where I believe Havk has got the ideal spot to take the revenge. And not only that, there is a roster change in the team of Havk as well. We are seeing Hades coming back into the question.
Yeah, maybe that was the missing piece for Havk. Maybe that's why they lost yesterday, but today they need to win. Today they need to secure the spot in the grand finale. Can they do it? Well, let's first of all look at the map veto. We start with the B Team's pick, and B Team is obviously always going to go on Cis Horizon as the way they have played, the history that they have made. I believe now they have played 8 maps of Cis Horizon, out of which 2 have been out of their hands, 6 in their name. So once again, they're here for the 9th time. They've decided to go with the attack, and Havk has decided to go with the defense. Then Havk has decided to bring in the Las Vegas. Just like Team Lethal Force, Havk is yet another team who has shown their inclination toward Las Vegas, towards those big maps, towards those maps where the competition can go anywhere. But Havk, they can be, I guess, good at this particular map, and that's exactly what they did against Was the Nation as well, as I believe yesterday in lower bracket round 2. Similar things happened. The decider was there in Las Vegas, and Havk was able to pull it around with the scoreline of 4-2. So that was amazing. Now Was the Nation is out. It's time for maybe B time. You never know.
Oh, maybe. Again, the picking of Cis Horizon is what B Team will opt for. There is no doubt for it, because even in the yesterday's matchup, it was that particular map in which Havk got defeated not once, not twice, but thrice in a single day, and they still opted for it. So that was something that they wanted to prepare themselves of before the maybe the finals, lower bracket finals, or maybe for the grand finals as well. But right now, this is where the testament comes into the question. Cis Horizon, once again, B Team, they will be looking forward to just keep their winning streak on and against Havk, while the comeback of Hades, I don't know, is it gonna bring some more changes, because Hades was missing, as you mentioned earlier. That was the missing piece of the puzzle for the side of Havk in the previous day, where they faced a numerous amount of matches. Total 9 matches they played in a single day, which is definitely not an easy task. But in today's day, it's gonna be really crucial. If Havk wins this is Horizon, I can assure you, Raider, they will be walking away with the lower bracket finals, winning the lower bracket finals to the grand finals and facing IND in it.
But talking about the combinations, we have 2 heavies and 3 mediums coming in from Havk. If Hades back, of course he's going to play on the medium. He has been good at it, but on the different side when it comes to attack, on defense, to be honest, when it comes to B Team, they will be approaching in a different way, as they have decided to go with 1 light, water as usual, 2 mediums and 2 heavies as well. Interesting combination, of course. I mean, just like what they did in the previous matchup, but the way IND brought them down to their knees was just something amazing. Now we want to know what Havk is going to do, how effective Havk can be. They are with the key traveling towards the terminal. It's going to be the A terminal where the attack could come. Have they spotted? Not yet. Oh, they have got the info. Ares plays. That's the info, and now they're relocating with the help of jump pad, approaching towards A. And is there any setup available or not? That's what we want to see.
Oh, already the shots exchanges have been started, and you can see a lot of hefty damage have been done on the players of Team Havk. BT has been taken down instantly, with Water barely surviving on 10. He's trying to make a fallback, but still, he drops down. Not a single shot being connected on him. That's why he's still surviving. But 2 of the players of Team Havk has already been wrecked down and out. As B Team, they're advancing towards the terminal.
B Team, they've done A lot of damage, but here comes the equalizer probably. No, it's 4-2. Decryption has to be started. Where the last two individuals need to see that as well. They're breaking all the traps. They're breaking all the equipments out there. Mr. Beefs have been taken down, but Beslam, Water the Light, the heavy damage dealing individual is still out there hunting opponents. Terminal with the Doom Shield, they can go ahead and get the decryption started, and that's exactly what they're working on. Yep, decryption has been started. And now the last two individuals from Team Havk needs to push in. Killua, the light, Hades, the heavy. Both of them are available. Barrier mesh, but the damage coming in from Killua is going to be more than on par. Takes one, but no. The heavy goes down. It all trickles down to Killua. Killua versus Walkers. And Killua falls. There you go. One round in the favor of B team. And as usual, in CES Horizon, B team always is the A team.
Yeah, somehow, even I felt like Havk is playing like a team who is just started to play the qualifiers or maybe the finals for the first time, because this is not the Havk we've seen earlier. In terms of the duels that they're taking, it seems like B team, they're much more prepared, and in terms of skills and in the terms of preparation, they have advanced themselves to certain limits that they can just overthrow any team that is coming under their way. And yeah, I won't disagree with this statement, because they just faced Team IND, one of the best team in the lobby, and after playing against them and getting like lost, facing a loss against them, it's going to be a good warm-up for them before coming to play against Havk. But once again, I would really love to see if Havk does reciprocate with some of their good fragging skills.
Well, it is going to be a challenging stuff. To be honest, we can clearly see that the start for Team Havk has not been that good in this particular map. Although they are on the defense, they failed. Can they pull it off again? Can they be back into the action? I mean, that's what the hour demands. Havk, if they really want to secure the spot in the Grands, they need to pick up the pace. But the portal, it is going to get activated pretty soon. Light, Water, he is marching ahead, getting pretty close to the workspace terminal. But this is the B terminal, and out there all the individuals are going to move in. As you can see, everybody marching over there. Yup, decryption is going to get started pretty quick because there was no setup, no equipments out there. And now all the other members, be it Ghostly Boy, Sukyatma, Killua or BT, along with Hades, everybody is marching in. Then it is going to damage out them a bit. But what was Hades doing? Bit surprised, I guess.
My question is, what is even Havk doing? Like,
Wait,
why aren't they doing something which can stop the interruption?
What?
But
what?
like
Seriously? All it needs all it does require is a Doom Shield and some guts. That's all you need. That's all you need to get that interruption. Yeah.
When they went to start the decryption, there was no traps, there was no setups to stop or like slow down the process of decryption.
Yeah.
It was a quick start. Fine.
Yeah.
When it came to the interruption,
no traps.
There was no setup, there was no players around the corner, and it was again one Doom Shield and that's done.
Oof. This is getting
My God.
either funny or I don't know what, man. Was not expecting this. Hades, look at him with the barrier mesh activated. He's like, yeah, I'm sitting on the top of that building. Come get me. You can't, because the barrier mesh is going to soak all the damages. Now Water with the cloak has got the portal as well. He's going to move in towards A this time. Yeah, they are approaching the A terminal. The other guys from Havk, they are also approaching bit by bit as they need the info. They will be getting it pretty soon. The damages are queuing in. Oh, lovely shot. That was a grenade if I'm not wrong.
B team would be wondering what is going wrong with them. Because again, they don't want to lose a single round in this spot, that's for sure. They also want to start the decryption as soon as possible, trying to explore the canisters. But not an easy job if you ask me. The D-match being used, this is a good opportunity for them to start the decryption. The turrets were set. That would be enough. The D-mat once again being used to get the terminal to the extreme bottom floor of this entire building, that they can just start the decryption without any sort of turbulence or without any kind of problems. But Havk seems to be ready for it.
Ghostly, he finds one. It's down to the last man standing. Where is he? Oh, it's Water down to like 2 HP. That's all. A light on 2 HP. He's not gonna be that effective. But yeah, he waited for 10 seconds. He's back to 100. Sonar Grenades getting all the info that he needs. But he needs a good 1v5 clutch. It's not even a clutch, man. It's like being berserk. He spots one. It's Kilwa, who was a light. Gets taken away. Order receives a bit of a damage. Cloak again. Pushes forward. Spots one more. Takes one more down. But the turret. Oh my god. It's like the turret is doing the job now.
Extremely well played by the boys of Havk in this past couple of rounds. The second one, I don't know even what to say, because that was something like I would call pure luck or a big blunder by the boys of B team. Either one of those, but now the sides have been swapped, so Havk will be on the attacking side, so they will be looking forward to start the decryption this time. Not an easy job if you ask me. B team has been really persistent in terms of defense when it comes to this horizon.
I mean, see, it's B team definitely has been phenomenal. As per the stats we've seen, like 8 maps that they have played, they've won 6 in it. So there is a very good chance, like 75% of the maps that they have played, they have won it. So there's a very good chance that they might come back. Also, it's the defense that they are playing on. Defense is obviously one of the better part of action, because you don't need to infiltrate. You just need to hold up angles and set up some good equipments over there onto the terminal, so that the opponents, the attackers, they are going to face a bit of a backlash. Ooh, it all starts. It is the heavy. Tagged a lot. Barrier mesh is going to help them to soak a bit of a damage, but there's a light! He was trying to be sneaky, but the only light that B team had to offer is now done and dusted. Team Havk definitely has got a big upper hand now. Let's see if they can pull through.
Tough task, if you ask me. Once again, Team Havk.
They equalize.
Is this what they were preparing this horizon for? All the shots being taken. BT has got the shield exactly in front of him, and he's just trying to reciprocate the same damage. And we see B team falling down on numbers. They're down to 3. So we see situation for sure. Kilua, I'm not playing on the sniper, on those small machine guns, but Ghostly Boy stepping up front big time. Maybe not for long. He gets taken down to a 3v2. Still doable for the side of B team.
Need to get the decryption started. Alright, it's done. Satiman, the medium, who was not that efficient against the guy known as Zero. Actually, it was RF, if I'm not wrong, from Mindy, who was able to get him. And now, can he be effective at this point? No, the answer is not at all. There you go. The map point is going to be there for this very first map of Sis Horizon for the attackers, for the team known as Havk, as they are indeed wreaking it in this beautiful map. But B team, I'm surprised to see that. What is happening? On the very important stage where you need to be on par with your own map pick, you're losing. Be it against IND or Havk.
I am really surprised. Is this the grind that Team Havk were up to in the previous day to fix this horizon, even after knowing that that is a map which does not suit them, or they cannot play that well on those maps? But still, I guess all the 3 Sis horizons that they have lost is coming down to this map.
Not a very good spot to lose, man. B team, they've done a lot. They have evolved along the way. They have made sure that they pursue the dream of being the very first champions of the very first finals community cup. But it seems like that all those dreams might go down the drain. They might become the second runner-up, as that is something that they have, I guess, let's say, made sure of. Mr. Beeves is seeing a lot of damage. The barrier mesh, the Doom Shield, the RPG-7. Lewis get in the hand. Needs to evade a bit, needs to fall back a bit. Ghostly Boy is also pretty low. Sukiatma bringing the terminal. Oh, Dematerializer. Yes, they open up. But the traps that were available were definitely hefty. They're going to get the decryption started. No worries in that. And now, the real trouble for B team starts, as they need to push in, get that interruption in the next 50 seconds.
Yeah, all the traps being laid. Kilua is all quick with those things, but Bestlam gets taken down. Retaliation coming up from both of the sides. Havk down on the numbers. 4v3 situation. B team still keeping the advantage all to themselves. But you can see 3 of the players intact in a single position. I don't think that B team will be expecting these things.
Oh, bit of a damage. Gets spotted. The proximity mine is going to open the area, but they don't have time.
What?
Do they have the time? One last man standing. Oh, actually, he's also done. Alright, guys, there you go. A team is like, you can't win that easily, brother. We are going to bounce back. 2 to 3, 5 rounds done and dusted, and it seems like that Havk has caught the map point, but they can't really get that close to the finish line and get over that finish line because B team is out there hunting them. B team made sure at this time they're going to get that advantage, and to be honest, the only way they got that advantage was that proximity mine. Breaking it open, it gave the way to B team to attack from the back angles onto Havk, and that's exactly why I guess they lost the previous round.
I was thinking that, the 3-player setting intact in a single position can be surprising for B team, but the way Snappy Face breached through the position,
exactly.
he just caught everybody off guard. Nobody was prepared for, okay, from this position, the player can just turn up. So that was quite unexpected. That's why I believe Havk faltered. But this moment, still, B team, they do have a chance to equalize the score and push it to a tiebreaker. Is it gonna happen the same or not? But sure about it. Havk,
No one here.
trying the decryption already, but the interruption was there. Almost about to come. Skyesports drops down to very low HP, drops down to 65. Have to regain his HP before the players of B team arrives.
Yeah. Oh, they spotted one indeed. The light is going to get fragged out. The water goes out. It's 3v4. They also lose Skyesports from the other corner with the FAMAS, Mr. Beebs.
Wow.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, as we can see, it's the last man standing which is left. Who's that guy? Probably Heavy, I believe. Got one. Can he get more? Kilwa. Indeed rotating back, but guys, it is done. Team Havk, they will be swinging in, shutting away Team B team in their own map pick, in their very first map. Oh, the lower bracket finals is always more fierce, more attractive, more interesting as compared to the winner bracket, because in winner bracket we got to see a one-sided domination, but out here the destruction was there from both the sides. Havk started with the sneaky play, the ninja interruption coming in, but then things started to topple down for Team B team, and at the end, yes, Havk with a 4-2 scoreline in 6 rounds. Horizon is in the name. All they need to get is Las Vegas as well.
Yeah, B team getting defeated in their own pick map. That too, map of Horizon is really surprising to see, because Horizon is a map that everybody, as a common audience, you would think Havk. They've lost 3 Horizons yesterday in a single day. So coming down to the next day, I don't think anything is gonna change in that drastic manner. But Havk says,
Okay.
"Hey, we were just baiting you guys. This was just a trailer. We wanted you to believe that Horizon is our
Hades is
weakest
back,
map,
bro.
so that you pick it." Yeah, even you can say that Hades is also being that lucky charm or that lucky trump card for the side of Havk on the final day. So yeah, they have won the first map, but still the series is not over. We moved down to Las Vegas, and we know whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. But right now, B team, can they literally overthrow them in their own
Wow.
pick map as what Havk did to them?
Honestly, this was very, very interesting. I had no idea that Havk is going to pull in this way, but we were talking about this on the back end, that you were expecting that it might be a 2-1 scoreline in the favor of Havk. But the way that synergy was getting affected yesterday, it has been a situation where these guys have overpowered it. Hades is back. The playing 5 are here. No substitutes today. So yes, they have overpowered their opponent as well. Kilwa, the start was not that good for him, but eventually he finished off as the MVP. That's the evolution that you need in a particular map. In the game of the finals, in just 7 rounds, you need to be on par, and this guy got 7 eliminations, 6 assists. That means he was a part of 13 finishes altogether, 13 eliminations. 48-48 is going to be the Commonwealth score. He got down in 3 rounds. Other than that, Kilwa definitely killed the hopes of B team to win the Horizon.
Yeah, indeed, for the Horizon, dreams have been crushed, but for the series, this is still alive, pushing it to Kyoto. But the main factor is Havk have been very good on both these maps. Las Vegas, they have been very decent. Kyoto, they have been phenomenally well. And this time in the veto, I believe that somehow Havk, they have played their game itself, because pushing it to a deciding map, even if it goes to a deciding map of Kyoto, Havk knows that this is our forte, this is our map that we have done a lot hard work on, and it's quite favorable to us. So even if it goes to a decider, Havk still keeps the numbers advantage and the favor all to themselves. I was really concerned if the first match is being lost by Havk, then only it can go to the decider, but now it seems I don't think so. Maybe it can be 2-0.
What a battle, man! What a battle! Bringing your opponent down in their own in their own map pick was something out of the picture for me as well. B team, they did good, but eventually you can see just being on par for water is not going to cut the deal. Mr. Beeps, Satty Man, these guys need to step up. Beslam yesterday in a few of the games he was just very very effective, but lately as we can see Beslam as an individual is not bringing out that value for the team, and not just him but even Satty Man uh, against IND, now against Havok. Similar situations against IND. He was able to get just a single frag, and that's exactly what is happening out here in the lower bracket final as well against Team Havok. Teams are different. Map is same. Output is also same. I don't know what's happening over there.
Yep. Overall, yeah, we can see a slight bit of difference, not very much difference as what we saw in the previous game of Team India and B Team, but overall, keeping it very close and intact. I really believe that India will be cherishing and maybe relaxing this time and watching the lower bracket fans that, guys, we've got it. Nobody's still nearer to our scoreline or the combat score that what we showcased in the previous upper bracket final. So we can just rest assured that, yeah, we are winning, but somehow I feel like you never know what comes next. If Havok wins Sis Horizon like this, it can be possible that even IND drops a couple of maps in the main grand finals, and maybe for the first time in the Community Cup, they might lose the series as well.
Yeah, we might get to see a weak phase of IND. That is pretty possible. I'm not going to doubt that, because we have seen teams like Helldivers bringing IND, like shaking them a bit, bringing them to the reality, and eventually telling that yes, you plead. Yes, there is a possibility that IND might falter, and we have seen that coming from Helldivers. Although at the end, what happened was Helldiver got taken down, and IND moved forward, and now they are sitting in the grand finals, and it's poetic or whatever you want to call it out, because IND started with split one. They were the first one to qualify for the finals, and then they were the first one to go there and get the winners bracket final in their favor as well, and they are the first one to be the first grand finals as well. So a lot of first. Maybe even the first position is going to queue in for them after they beat their opponent. It could be B team, it could be Havok. We still have to decide that. We still have to see that. Of course, after this map, it is going to be pretty much clear if Havok is going to move forward in the grand final, or they're going to stay here, fight one more map, and that map can go in the name of B team as well. So the risk is high. They need to pick up the pace. They need to get it done in this map itself, as it's their own pick. We have seen them doing some wonderful stuff against Burst Donation in the map of Las Vegas. They need to continue doing that. Talking about the approaches, guys, we have 2 heavies, 2 mediums, and 1 light, exactly like the previous build. And from the other side, need to know what is going on in the minds of B team. What are they approaching with? 2 heavies, 2 mediums, and 1 light. Okay, pretty conventional approach.
Interesting picks, interesting setups for now. I really want to see a very contested match.
Yeah.
And I really want this Las Vegas to go till that. I mean, seeing a tiebreaker won't be very problematic, I guess. I mean, it won't harm anybody to see a tiebreaker in the map of Las Vegas. So I want to see it or maybe witness it right here, right now. So I really want to see if B team can pull off those many rounds against Team Havok in the map which they have only decided to pick. So right now, being on the attacking side, definitely at this moment, Havok will be looking forward to bag up at least 2 rounds in their favor.
It's like 2/3 of the HP of that guy was pretty much drained by a turret. Good enough. I mean, these equipments, these amazing equipments that the mediums get, that needs to be utilized in a good way, and that's exactly what is happening over there. But water has been spotted. Nothing onto him, but eventually he needed to back out from that corner, because that was a medium, I believe, on the rooftop who was dishing out the damage. BT is back with 150 HP of his own, but obviously those other 200 HP that he lost against that turret could have been very, very valuable for him. With the help of Dematerializer, they are moving towards the A terminal. They are looking forward to get that decryption started, but they can't really do it out here. Oh, they get spotted with the RPG-7, with the grenades. The damage is definitely coming in. Frag grenade, but the decryption has been started. Team Havok instantaneously loses one, but they equalize. They get the trade. Oh my god, it's 2v4. Water being the fluid who is filling the hopes of the team. He definitely got one. A 2v3 is what we are looking at. Interruption queuing in. This could be the interruption that we are talking about. And yep, they will be getting it done. The interruption is here. B team wins the very first round of Las Vegas.
An aggressive start, a much needed start for the side of B team, because I believe at this moment what B team needs is much more aggression as compared to Havk. If they can just do that, reciprocate the similar stuffs against them, then I don't think the job is going to be that tough for them.
Right.
Because in the first map, we've seen there was a little bit of lack in aggression in terms of, in a comparison to what Havk did against B team. So this time they decided, yeah, we go all in, no matter what it takes, even if we lose the numbers, we are going in and we're going to play on the frags. And probably that's the best strategy that B team can opt for now.
Let's see if they can be efficient at it or not. There are certain strategies that obviously the teams would love to explore. But at the end, those strategies needs to be effective. This time BT is not going to go towards a turret. He is there with like 350 HP of his own. Being the heavy, he is pushing in, has got a winch claw and some dome shields to work with. Dematerializer in the hand, Skyesports also closes in. Decryption needs to get started pretty quickly. They are into the casino floor. I think this is the moment where they can have that upper hand against their opponent. They have spotted the terminal and the damages are now getting queued from both the sides. BT once again pretty low, but he is going to survive from that attack. 50 seconds. 50 seconds Necros is all it takes.
Down to 128 and BT falling down to that low HP. It's always a bit of concerning, but he read it well. He was too late to get that frag in his favor. The winch claw even trying to find some frags, but no, it's not. The Lewis gun is enough, and BT takes all the anger out on the other players of Team B team. And now it's down to a 1v3, which will be eventually ended as Havk comes up with an equalizer.
On the attack, Hades, Kelva, they have lost one, they won one.
Oh, flamethrower.
Yeah, it's time to cook. It's time to win. It's time to earn. And I feel, yes, with the flamethrower, that can happen, Necros.
Oh my god, Hades. Bro just spawned out of nowhere and says, I'm gonna cook something.
That might be the win. That might be the win that we are all looking forward to, because it's their own map pick. Yes, they have lost one round, but lately they outperformed their opponent. They are on the attack, which always brings a tough part for you. Casino and the other areas are big, wide open areas where you can't really get that angles. I mean, the opponent are always going to have some angles or the others onto you. So for that reason, yes, starting the decryption is a tough part, but even tougher is going to be getting that interruption coming in. Water pretty low now.
Oh.
Receives a lot of damage onto him. Needed to evacuate. He did. But on the other corner, what? Okay, that was a turret. I thought maybe that's a guy. But no, it was a turret, which has been taken down. BT this time is very, very cautious about all those equipments.
Still wondering, what's the next move? Sona's all around, still trying to find out the frag, but BT, oh, that was a quick surprise. He never expected it to be. It can be a close call. Again, that low. It's always very much effective for the light builds. Decryption has already been started. Havk lost one of their players. Down to a 4v4. The equalizing trades are also coming in from their side. No mistake being done, but oh my god. This time Mr. Beeves, he's being spotted by the players. Skyesports, he's been exceptional on those pistols before, and he wants to do it once again.
Interruption, it could queue in. Bestlem out there with the jump pad in the air. Oh, one last man standing. Let's see what the flamethrower is going to cook. Oh, he gives up a bit of a damage. Interruption still needs to be on. But I don't think so. He has got that amount of HP or any cover to play with. Yep, he gets compromised. And here comes the interruption as well. Not a very good start, because Havk loses their map pick in the first half, as they have got a scoreline of 2-1. To be honest, the majority of the share of round could have gone in the favor of Havk. But the post-decryption scenario, those 60 seconds is where Team Havk looked a bit loose, bit uncomfortable. Honestly, that's one of those things that Las Vegas is going to bring in, for sure. You will get to see that once B team starts their attack. You will definitely get to see how that happens.
2-1 already. The first half seems to be going in the favor of B team, but now as the sides are swapped, B team will be coming on to that attacking side.
Yeah.
Havk He will be on the defensive side, and we have seen defensive half has been so profitable for the teams a lot of times. I mean, even in the Las Vegas map itself, Havk will be looking forward to just keep their domination, their dedication to the top-notch level to win this Las Vegas and secure their grand final spot.
Yeah.
But will B team allow that? That's a question.
Of course, that's a big question, but Heavy with the biomesh marching in, they have got the info where the opponents are moving in. They are approaching probably the A terminal. B is a bit further. Shots exchanged, shots fired. Takeover is going to be the case. Satiman out there. Oh my god, water goes down. Satiman is pretty low. This is not the good start. This is not the start that B team wanted. But of course, you never get what you want in the finals, as anything can happen. But the decryption has been sorted. Here comes the time for interruption. Sports 1, no shots, no connections. Oh, finally made some good connections. Mr. Beebs goes down. Good assist over there. Toasty Boy, Hades plays. Yes, they are low, but it's earned for Snappy Face to get good. Yeah, he did.
Bro literally roasted him out with those flamethrower, but still, there was a little try to stop the interruption, but that was not quite possible. Again, the numbers advantage were there in the favor of Havk as they equalized the scoreline in this map of Las Vegas, making it 2-all for both the ends. We move down to the next round, in which I really believe Havk will be looking forward to not make any sort of silly mistakes to cause their round. But for the boys of B team, the only round which they need to at least keep the entire momentum to their side.
Yep, every single round is going to count from here. For B team, they need a chance to bring the decider. For Havk, they know that this is an advantage. But look at them. What are they trying to do? They are trying to time their attack. They are waiting patiently to see if there anybody who is overcommitting a bit. Water the light out there is going to push in. He is going to be quick with his movement. They crouch, they're pushing in, they're very cautious. As you rightly said it, Necros, that this is the round which needs to be in their favor. Winchclaw setting up the whole perimeter. But Water is going to be the first one who's going to push forward, has got the portals, which is going to help all those heavies and all those mediums of his team to relocate. And yeah, they are in with the key. But they are getting shot. Look at the shots coming in from BT. The League's gun is not going to stop. It is going to put a lot of damage. But with Winchclaw, look at him dragging the terminal away from them.
You're not gonna get to the terminal that easily. That's what the players of Havk, they're literally saying to the players of B team. But Mr. Beeps, with the RPG, he's ready to slam it on somebody's face. Comes in front of him. Sonar grenades out from both directions. Still waiting. But Water never expected a frag grenade to drop from that side.
In the rooftop, there are shots coming in. B team loses their first one. Was that Water or somebody else? Oh, Winchclaw! Oh, no, he dropped. I thought no, he was going to go for a melee after that Winchclaw, because he was able to grab his opponent, but at the end he dropped from the stairs.
Almost there.
Hades plays, gets taken down. Ghosty Boy is also not looking good, but he retaliated. Wanna see the POV of B team? Where's the last guy? What is he doing? The turret goes down. Snappy Face is out. The last man is going to be Sati Man. Oh, he gets one. Ghostly Boy gets picked off with the AK. He's phenomenal. That nade, and now finally we have the map point, or should I say, guys, series point.
Oh my god. This is turning out to be really interesting. Now the next two terminals one is in the dumpster, one is in the kitchen area. So probably the B one is something that is close to the players of Havk. They will be looking forward to set the traps quickly onto those sides, but this is the series point, ladies and gentlemen. This can be the round where Havk seals the deal and qualifies for the grand finale to face off Team IND, one of the feared and the best team out there in the lobby of the finals. But this is going to be that easy. Will B team just let it slip away like that? What happened in Sis Horizon, similar to it? Or they're going to push it towards tiebreaker?
Tiebreaker sounds interesting, Necros, but for Havk, not at all. For B team, yes, that's the only option that they've got. They need to get the tiebreaker. Water spots where the players are marks them away. As you can see, the key out there is also getting marked. PT is giving all the info for the team. And yeah, they spot one. Shooting him away is going to be very, very important. They need to isolate the key first of all. But if the interruption comes through, if the decryption, sorry, comes through, that will be even more interesting. Water received a lot of damage. Snappy face goes down. There goes your one medium. Actually, that was a heavy load that's been picked up. Oh no, that's a big blow.
there goes
5v3,
another one.
two heavies compromise. Glitch, actually the stun is going to get utilized, but up top we have another player. Key is now isolated. They have got the key control. Havk, I think yes, they are guys moving forward in the grand finale. I have no doubts in my mind.
Already 4v1 and last player remaining. The key is out of their hands. Water trying to take some shots and get one player down at least, and he gets Hades out in the question. Still barely surviving in a single HP. Water, are you kidding me? He barely survives. How is he even breathing? I don't know. He will be waiting for his HP to regain. 30 more seconds on the clock. Water wants to try. He knows this match is gone. The series is gone. B team, they have literally like they're in shock. There will be an aftershock. Just what happened? We literally decimated this team in the upper brackets to send them to the lower brackets, and right now, with the 2-0 scoreline, they're getting thrashed.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that on the caster deck, but yes, for now, as you rightly said, Water waited a little longer. Time ran out, and so are the hopes of this amazing team B team being the A team to become the A team, to be honest, because today all they're going to get is the name tag of B team, as they were, or should I say, they are actually now officially the second runner-up. There is nothing more that they're going to get out of it. They have been eliminated from here, and Havk is going to get promoted and move out to the next particular stage, which is the grand finale of the main event of the Finals Community Cup, the very first Community Cup from the finals. Wow, what a day. But for B team, what a day.
Let me remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that final, the grand finale of this Community Cup will be a best of 5. That means all the 5 matches will be played. There are no maps that would be left out. We will have Las Vegas, we will have Sister Horizon, we will have Skyway Stadium, Monaco, as well as Kyoto. So there are no such maps that will be left out. But the question is, against Team Indy, Havk will have a break after this matchup. They will have a time to reset, re-strategize, and think about how are they going to come up next against Team Indy. But for Team Indy, they just know one thing, Raider, that is go in, get the frags, hunt them down. No questions asked. No decryption is needed. No interruption is needed. Hunt them down and don't even let them start the decryption.
There is another interesting thing, guys, that Havk and IND have not yet come in a face-to-face battle.
Exactly.
So that is something where IND might break down. These are just speculations, guys. After seeing IND, we have just speculations to give, because we can straight up say that IND is the behemoth. IND might win, IND may win, but we need to add that spice. And for that, yes, we have Havk. They might overthrow them. They might bring the action back into the picture. But for that, we need to wait for the grand finale. Even before that, I guess we have a lot of stats to talk about, because what happened in the previous BO3 is something that we need to know. Of course, as a casters, we got a lot of insight of what B team did, where they failed, to be honest. The lights only light that they had Water. He was getting that value. He was giving up the info, but acting on it was not there from Satiman and Snappy Face. These two individuals, I don't know what was going wrong with them. Best Slam in the first map was not that effective, and it seems like that in this map as well, he was kind of average, but the frags were not even rolling in from their corner. Looking at the MVP, guys, let's see who it is. Oh, yeah, it is again going to be Killua. In both the maps, this guy was the MVP. In the previous one, he had 7 eliminations and 6 assists, but in this one, he has got 8 eliminations, lesser number of assists, but then again, 3 deaths. Combat score of 4,672, and being the MVP itself justifies what he did for the team.
Already a great contribution from every player of Team Havk, not only Killua. He did a fantabulous job. Not on the sniper this time. He was using those small SMGs to play along with, trying to find out the frags at the crucial moments, because he knew that in today's matchup, it's more important to go up close and personal and get the frags rather than just be at the back and try to snipe down the players. But on the other hand, the best supporter of this team, it's going to be BT. 3 eliminations, 4 assists. the ADR for 3.5. You see the support score of 6k plus, so that's a huge support score that is being provided by this one player individually. So I really wish we would be like seeing a lot more from his side. And against Team Indy again, prepping them is going to be a very tough job. And even one thing is in just running around my mind at this moment, that uh, though we have seen Water, Best Lamb trying to prove their best, some things in the terms of strategy went very wrong for the side of B team, and I really believe that they kind of underestimated Havk,
Yeah.
because they have defeated them once. So they thought that if we win Cis Horizon, then we have a chance of even doing the reciprocate the same results of what we did yesterday. But in their own pick map of Cis Horizon, they got literally thrashed away by the players of Team Havk. Talk about even the differences. You see, not a big difference as compared to what IND and B team had between themselves, but a close one. Still, Havk in the terms of strategy prevail on top.
I think the difference was there in terms of the, I guess, impact frags. There were frags from both the sides. You can see that the difference is not that big of a difference. Hades plays. I think the X Factor Hades plays in this specific map of Las Vegas was not that aggressive, but the other guys like Sukyatma and eventually Kilwa, along with him, even Ghostly Boy was just on par. But from the other side, I have honestly no complaints from B team. It's just that they were not that gelled up with this map. I would like to say that, because if you see that their coordination was on par, they were coming up with some good trade fires, they were not getting isolated in the fights. So I think yes, their approach was good, but the execution part, that's exactly where they a little bit were on the back foot. Now talking about the grand finals, guys, as you can see, all the blanks of this brackets have been filled. We have the final two teams out of the 64 that came into the action from both Split 1 and Split 2. A long journey indeed. From Split 1, we had two teams coming straight into the main event. The other two, Hashtag 3 and Hashtag 4, went down into the LCQ, and the Split 2 had exactly similar fashion of style. But then from LCQ, we got two more teams. We started with 6 teams in the main event. Now we are down to 2, and these 2 teams will give us the champions. And there will be a bit of a big break, guys, before we bring in the big stage, the grand finale. So for that, stay tuned. We'll be back after like half an hour.
3 weeks of grind and 3 weeks of matches that all comes down to this final judgment day where we are going to see two of the best teams in the entire the finals community take on against each other for a BO5 season. Joining alongside me is going to be my man Lucifer on the desk. But Lucifer, before I give it a throw to you, I want to say that these are the two favorites that I ever had in this entire main event. I really wanted to see this match happen. I was a little afraid that I would be seeing this matchup in the upper bracket fans, but hey, gods have their own plans to make it up to the grand finale.
See, one revenge matchup has been worked where Havk have successfully defeated in a very crucial game. Upper bracket game round 1, they lost, but now against B team, they made sure it counts, and as Raider ended, the second runner-up spot is all what B team's gonna get. Yes, the 3 weeks of efforts, they could have tried for a better position, but it looks like Havk are running towards that victory spree that they had. One loss game, and then they've played 6 maps to win it all and again win 2 maps today. And Havk are running on a victory streak. They're running on a high right as of now as we jump to this last, the very best, the main event's main game. Grand Finals, Team IND versus Team Havk. To decide it all, Havk treaded into the Finals Community Cup, but they were eliminated right at the start of Split 1. Jumped into Split 2, defeated all the teams against them, made their way to Split 2 and main event now. But again, the first game of the main event, they get eliminated, pushed to the lower bracket. Comparing their story with IND, this team, Necros, has been running. They've been on a bullet train to victory.
Exactly. Throughout right now, even IND seems to be having won all their matches in a very dominant fashion. Every time you see they go up against the team, the difference in the stats, the eliminations, it's way too much. But right now, Havk coming into the question, even Hades coming back in the roster. We have seen the difference. The Cis Horizon that they lost 3 times in a single day was won in today's first match itself. Maybe that's a lucky charm of Hades coming back into the question, playing on the heavy build. But overall, Havk, the momentum that they have, they will be looking forward to carry it forward in the 5 matches that they're going to play right now. It can be 5, it can be 4, or it can be even 3 as well. You never know, but I really believe, Lucifer, that this BO5 will literally test both the sides to their limits.
This best of 5, as you rightly said, is a worthwhile watch. The best of 5 might be a countdown of 5, 4 or 3 is what we have to wait and watch, because IND have not lost a single map, never so far in the past weeks. Split 1, flawless, maybe a round, that's all. Jumping into Split 2, we end up seeing Havk having a very topsy-turvy journey. They did lose a map, a couple of rounds here and there, but they still managed to make it to the first seed. But unsuccessful in their start of the first seed, they end up losing. And now, they have managed to find a way to victory streak. Now can they find a way to also make sure that their opponents IND lose a map, which is not at all been the case. Their horizon, their horoscope, whatever you would want to talk about it, has been looking clear to victory. IND, as we spoke about, them being right now almost, they're just one step away, Necros, one step away from being crowned as the best team in India.
Yeah, exactly. One series, I would say. They have won all the matches, all the series throughout the Community Cup. As you mentioned earlier, they haven't dropped a single map for sure. Not a series, even lost in Split 1. They were the champions. They came up in the main event, won every match that came under their way. And also in a very dominant fashion, like every match was, 2-0, 2-0. They played 2 matches in the main event, and down here they come in the grand finals. Talking about the map, Vito, there is no bans at all. 5 of the matches are going to be played. The first map is going to be Skyway, which will be picked by IND. Then it comes down to Las Vegas, picked by Havk. Team IND picks Monaco. Havk picks Kyoto, and the decider will be Cis Horizon.
I don't know how to kind of make sense of this, but when we go into Las Vegas, Havk, they did not pick this map with intentions of winning it or with intentions of making sure that this becomes a stronghold. But from yesterday, once they've been stepping into the grounds or the realms of the arena of Las Vegas, the touching and the cashes, the casino slots have been working in their favor. They've secured both their Las Vegas games yesterday, today as well, to secure their grand finals. And Havk, as we said, they're almost looking good. But the second map is where I feel like they can have their luck working for them. We did even see Hades moving into the heavy in the previous matchup that they had in the lower bracket final. So there are some versatility roles that they're switching up in their contestant builds. So I'm interested and intrigued of what they bring about in terms of the three heavies compare along with the lights in composition of IND. On the other end, we end up seeing two mediums, two heavies and one light. That is going to be Killua, who played in Las Vegas, but we know there's another light who can be made. BT was doing it, but BT did not have a great day yesterday, and that's where the change happened. What is their game of action today for the grand finals? This is what matters. Whatever they've done yesterday, day before, split 2, split 1, whatever happened, it's a clean sheet right now. You do it here, you defeat who would most probably be called the best team in India. I think the stakes are higher for IND to win here, whereas Havk, they know where they stand at. But there are the odds, right, that maybe this strikes well and this strikes hard from Havk.
Yeah. Talking about even the map of Skyesports, the first map itself, it's also about a 50-50 situation. I would say 90. They will be on the attacking side the first half, and as Havk, they will be on the defense. They will be looking forward. Havk would be looking forward to bag up a 3-0. And if not 3, at least 2 in their favor, not to allow IND to wreck things out. But IND, they have been very dominant in the terms of destruction, always going in for the frags and hunting down the defenders.
IND's matchups, they're all the norms of the finals, and they start off finding the elimination on Team Havk. Suki Atma, just one revolver shot and he gets 5 to 6 bullets shot from a distance. Muku also had received in the skirmish that they had, but he will recover back to 150. Zero trying to hit shots but misses a lot of it, and it seems like there is a sniper on the other end. It's been a battle of the snipers. Zero will manage to survive, uses the vanishing bomb. Also has a cloak, evasive dash that he plays. His teammate Arav, who plays the cloak. But for now, the key is making its way across the rooftop. Suki Atma, there's the elimination, but along with that, it's an elimination call along with decryption start for Team Havk.
Oh my god, look at the damage Muku has dealt on that player. He was barely surviving, but eventually he fell down. 5 to 2. Havk outnumbered at this moment. BT trying to regain his HP alongside Ghostly Boy. A very tough job indeed for them. Eventually one of the players of IND fell down. But it's all out of a 1v4 situation and BT is left all alone. And that's it. The first round underway for Team IND.
These two teams have been eyeing each other from the very start. Split 1 did not meet. LCQ, no split 2, nothing. Main event as well, they tried, but they were both in the seed 1s of each other's round 2s. But Havk did not make it through. And right now, finally in the grand finals, where both of them have a lot to say. And it starts off with IND getting the first round of this map on attack. IND are not looking forward to backing off.
No chance at all. Talking about Team Havk, they know that they have made slight bit of mistakes in the first round. They don't want to redo it, and they have made the corrections pretty well. One of the players of Team IND has already been taken down. The numbers game is in the favor of Havk for now, as they're advancing very steadily with all the sneaky approaches, not to make any sudden mistakes, to give even one loophole to the players of Team IND to capitalize on them.
He's been spotted. Sniper shot was... an attempt of it was taken towards BT, but it was unsuccessful. Laying down explosives in case they jump towards the jump pad at B terminal. They'll be hit, but there... for a second it was the cloak of the opponent. It was
Yeah.
It was their own teammate. I was like, he is
Yeah,
not
like,
in a
what?
spot where he should be jumping around like that, but successfully they take another route towards the B terminal, and they're just a floor above from getting their key in and starting the decryption. That's what they did previously, but in the previous round they had a lot more eliminations favoring them.
Look at IND. destroying the buildings to get a good view of where the terminal is. And they have got a good view about the B terminal. Probably they will be starting the decryption in no time. Team Havk. I don't see any of the players nearby, so that's a question. And oh, wait! They literally pulled it out?
Yep, anti-gravity cube and then the winch claw decryption started. They clear out all the difficulties, casualties, traps, and they successfully start the decryption, whereas Team Havk are yet to get closer. And this is going to be good for IND because they've also had a chance to reposition. But somebody already tried to stop this, interrupt it, and they do it!
What?
Wait! Oh, I think there was a demate in the opponent and they just brought it down and then double domed it up. And before IND could even understand if there's a decryption queue, they started the decryption. I just spoke about the repositioning and they were so further away that they couldn't hear that the decryption had started.
Big brain plays by the side of Havk. I mean, you have to agree, Lucifer, that was something that even we did not expect coming up from their side.
Nope.
And
That was a
similar
steal.
things happen for IND.
So cat and mouse play and it was the cheese going in favor of the mouse. There was
Feel
just a
hungry.
whiff for IND and IND are now going to be hungry as well because they shouldn't have lost that round. They took over the terminal in control really well. Muku shot just the tree. Or maybe it was a quick release of the RPG, but now he's lost that gadget for at least the next round. But this is going to be the last round of the first half. Spot a player in the hiding with the sonar, and Muku wants to clear his position out, making sure that there is no trail left behind.
Oh, now finally he spots the player down, but he has to get inside the cover, and the decryption has already started. Team IND, quick enough. Not make any major mistakes this time because this round is very crucial for both the sides. Even IND wants to have a 2-round lead for themselves. Hades drops down to 27. Wow. Not a great side to watch out for the side of Team Havk, as they also are a little less in numbers as compared to Team IND.
Look at the long route approach. They had closed them from moving towards the terminal at A from the construction. They had to take a long route. They've already lost one player. They're waiting for all their players to recover health and then go approach. Somehow they've made it out of the harm's way, but now they have to get closer to the terminal. Previous round they were able to steal Killua. His tap action coming through. He will be able to equalize the numbers, but quickly it's a trade. IND did not let anything loose.
Oh, the timing.
Time.
I don't think it's gonna be possible, and yes indeed. This is the second round going underway for Team IND. They won't have the time to just stop the decryption, interrupt it, and nobody actually let. All the players of IND were so intact that they did not even allow a single player to even sneak up towards their terminal. It was Kilo at first. Yes, he got one frag, but that's it. Eventually got taken down, traded off very quickly. Now as the sides are gonna get swapped, IND will be looking forward to just get these 2 rounds in their back to close this map.
IND never have lost the map. Now they're on defense. It's going to make matters even more easier for them because defense is where even every team takes it as a stronghold. Havk as well, but Havk were only able to pull 1 round off. That also, as we spoke about, a sneaky defuse, a sneaky stop on the decryption. But can they do it again? This time they have to go for a sneaky and decryption approach of getting the key in. The gateway is what they're setting up. It looks to be a mansion hit, but Muko has spotted it from afar. He will relay the information and now everybody is charging towards the mansion itself. The attack at A is evident, but who's going to win this? Zero, nice initial connection, making it a lot more through the mesh. He's trying to do the damage. Arav has gotten closer, finds the elimination on the heavy, and he's just running away. Make it a second as well, as it's a 5v3 IND in favor.
IND seems to be unstoppable. Numbers dwindling down for the side of Havk. There's no chance that they can just survive from that. Jitsu goes up close and personal, still trying to hunt him down. The winch claw comes in, and that's it. Another player falls down in the hands of Team IND. Down to a 1v3 situation. Skyesports, just a pistol. He has done wonders, but not a clutch. It's not possible. But if he can do it, it can be the clutch of his lifetime. Still 1 minute in hand. Skyesports on 125 HP, trying to go up close and personal, trying to get another shot, but that won't be tolerated by the boys of Team IND as they move up to the map point.
If this continues, Necros, this is going to be a quick grand finals. The main event's crowning event to decide who's going to be the champion, and IND so far have looked good. There's no questions on that. There's no second thoughts to it. And now it is again the last round is what IND is hoping for, whereas I'm pretty sure Havk would want to push it even further. I'm not too sure if we're going to be able to jump there or not. Looks like we're stuck in the observer. But okay, finally we get back into it before the round starts. And with that, the action resumes. It is a fight for Havk to continue this fight on Skyway Stadium, which however is a pick of their opponent, so it's going to be tough. But all the map picks coming in from IND have been the norms of Skyway Stadium, Monaco, the norms of the finals, initial maps that we saw being introduced. The key is being spotted. The whole team. He charges and slams onto them. Damage is the only thing that he was able to viably find. But Mukko, he also charges on them, brings it back to a 4-4, make it a double for him. This is IND in their fullest and the bestest form as they're finding the last few players to close Skyway Stadium.
Pure insanity at this moment. Team IND seems reckless as they're getting all the frags in their favor down to a single player, Havk. They have been crushed to the bits of the ground. But right now, when a 1v4 Killua trying to just pull off something, he gets one. Still a 1v3. Just gets a turret down though. But still, an easy job. And he finally gets the final blow. This is the first map going underway. Team IND takes a lead in this BO5 series as they win Skyway in a brutal, dominating manner. 4-1 scoreline. And Havk have no answers to it.
IND clearly exemplifying the finals, their play style. The only time that I saw IND experimenting is when they almost were about to lose a map. They were about to lose a series. Not a series, never a series, my bad. I was too early to call it. A map almost, because they brought in a double heavy, double medium and then a light, which almost did not look like their likes, because now as well we are seeing it's all heavies and two lights coming through. On the other end, it's two heavies, two mediums and a light with Killua maining it. But so far, this battle of a fight of deciding India's best team, there is a lot of heated up fight between these two teams, and it is IND who are on the upper hand of things. They are the ones who are right now looking above as the lords of the finals community cup in the Indian circuit.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And IND, the way they have played, somehow deep down I feel like even if the next map is Las Vegas, if I'm not wrong, and if we are moving down to that and we see Havk playing, it's their pick. But if this is the fashion IND is playing with, I don't know which force it is needed to stop them, because it's just pure fragging, it's just pure domination, and there is only one answer to reciprocate it, is you also take the stand, you also take that same aggression against them and try to fight it out, because I don't see any other strategical option to just counter it.
I agree with you. I mean, right as of now, all the maps are the playing grounds of the arenas for the finals, main event, the grand finals. There's nothing that you can ban. There's nothing that you would say, oh no, this is a difficult map for us to play. Let's ban it out. We'll not give the chance for IND to play it because they know it's a weak map for us. Nothing like that. All are options that you would have to decide when around this best of 5 would you want to play it. Whether it's you making the choices, or whether it's IND, you have to be okay with it, because this is the best of 5 at the end of the day to decide who is the grand champion of the finals, the ultimate contestant, the ultimate team is what we are on the hunt of. And IND have been already showing themselves off from the split one itself, and it is not a matter that we are trying to sugarcoat right as now, but this has been clearly in plain sight that we've been seeing IND perform like this. And Mukko, we just saw him, what he was able to deliver in the last blow. Jumps up, he was literally the Hulk at that moment, being a heavy. 7 eliminations, 3 assists, 3,967 combat score.
Exceptionally great play, and he has always been the MVP. Like every match now then, you see one MVP from side of Team IND, it's Muku. Muku is like, guys, you know what? Let me show you what aggression is called. 7 eliminations, yeah, definitely he's got a lot of frags. Even all his teammates supported him. That's why, again, it's a team game. An individual player cannot win you matches. So we have to give all the credits to every player out there for Team IND. And one of the players has to be Arav as the best support. He has been on the light bill. He's got 5 eliminations to assist. But the way he has supported his teammates by getting quick flanks, making the gateways, and everything out there has helped his team throughout this tournament to win all the matches.
IND, except for Skyway Stadium, every other map they've played twice. Every other map. There's not been a single loss, and every other map they've played twice, as I said. Tempest has 0 eliminations, but this is what we've been talking about, the layers of IND, right? There are teams who are trying to use these contestants as builds, as tanks, as somebody who can take up damage, somebody who can be quick to do damage. But IND are building a composition of layers. Like, you try to manage and get through our first heavy, then we have a second, then we have a third. But somehow you manage to get through all of them, you will already be punished by Arav and Zero in between. So there is no loopholes, or there's no errors of doorways that are left open for somebody to sneak in and steal. Let me rephrase that. Somebody to sneak in and win. They can sneak in and steal a round. That's what we witnessed from Havk. That was a really good round played from Havk. They were quick on acting, understanding how it was being played, how they used the anti-gravity cube to bring it up, avoiding all the traps that were laid down. But they should have thought about the same happening to them, and that's what happened in that one round. But look at the score, surpassing everything. Every tad bit of data that we are seeing is just bounds and leaps apart for IND right as of now.
Yeah. I was even talking when Raider was there on the desk in the previous match. I was talking about him regarding the difference that was there in the upper bracket finals. Team IND and B team. The stats were literally double and above like that. But when it came down to the lower brackets, the difference between Havk and B team were not that high. It was like very close. Maybe a difference of like 19-20 or 18-20 like that. But that is where I had some concerns about Team Havk. If this is how they have performed against B team, who was brutally thrashed by the players of IND, how are they going to fight it against them when it comes down to the grand finals? And guess what? The first match is itself a demo of what IND is capable of. Coming down to the map of Las Vegas, not quite sure what's going to happen next, because Havk, they will be starting on the attacking side for sure. But as IND, they will be starting on the defensive side. There is one thing that is coming into my mind, that they will be the aggressive defenders to go up front and take the attackers down even before they come close to the terminals.
For now, we've been talking about IND looking so goddamn good, and doesn't look like anybody's going to be able to beat them. And yes, that's the truth. But on the other end, we were talking about yesterday Hades missing, right? They were still able to find a way to stitch rounds, stitch maps, stitch the series, and push themselves to the lower bracket. And today, they with Hades joining in, and they were able to take down B team. They're back on a stretch where they're looking like they might do it, but it's against IND. That's the odd one out for them. This is not a show that we thought maybe IND are going to be running rampant like this, wild beasts across every arena in the finals. And we spoke about this. Right now, the finals arena themselves kind of fear IND. But we'll see if there's a positive ray of sunshine with 2 heavies, 2 mediums and a light, and the attacking terminals of Roofwell and Lobby on Las Vegas. A map on stretches of deciders where successfully Team Havk have been winning. Now this is their victory stretch. This is their home ground, I would say. This is where Havk need to find a map.
Yes. If Las Vegas falls apart to the side of Havk, I don't know what's going to come up next, because even the next map, Lucifer, is a pick of Team IND. So it's almost, we can say, that this is a must-win map for the side of Havk. Even in Monaco, they're very strong, but still.
Start things off, take it slow, go up on the roof, spot the players of IND, take a battle in that long range distance. This is what Las Vegas, the strip, all of it enables. Oh no, there's a player who's gotten close. That's going to be Arav. He tried his best, slips down across the edges of the dome and falls down to the ground.
Yeah. Already.
Look at him. But a lot of shots being missed from Zero.
Oh, wait. One of the players got taken down just like that. Looks like IND, they're up for something more, and Skyesports even falls apart. Numbers advantage stays with Team IND. Right now, Ghostly Boy falls as well. 5v2, and they start trying to just start the decryption, but it's not going to be possible. Havk, what are you doing? Messing things up like that. Can't afford to do it, so Killua left all alone with one sniper in his hand. He has done a lot of quick scope shots, there is no questions about it, but this time IND won't allow it at all. That being said, the first round goes in the hands of IND as they take a 1-0 lead in the series, in this map.
Arav had already intervened in this attack. And now maintenance and parking lot. Parking lot is open. Maintenance is still an option that they could kind of try and enter, but it's still going to be in the realms of 4 walls. But as of now, how Havk did not even manage to get closer or do anything around the terminal as they lost all their players. It's going to be tough. There's a sledgehammer finally. But Hades, he's not on the defense. They have to figure things out on the start of attack. But as they speak about the sledgehammer, there's somebody already doing destruction at the parking lot, making sure that's not a stable ground to tread upon.
Somehow I feel like Skyesports should pick a gun at this moment. Maybe a SMG or maybe some different, anything that he wants to, but just better than a pistol.
Yes, I'm pretty sure Team Havk know they're in an unmatched fight, but they're trying to do their best. Zero again. Exchanging blows for a blow. But now he's cornered. They're trying to throw everything upon him. Muster him up to using up his vanishing bomb and try to reposition because he's super low on health. But is that going to be enough? Tempest guarding the parking lot, hears the footsteps, calls it, tells his teammates that it's going to be a hit. RPG missed, but it is a chase on Zero. But Tempest, he's trying to survive. He's trying to make sure that Zero doesn't go out as an elimination, and they successfully do so, defend it. But it's back to a 4-4. Killua misses his shot. Arav takes an advantage on it, drains his health a lot. Now there's a chance to charge, and I think that was the elimination of Killua because he was the lowest, and it's down to the last 3 from IND. Wait. Table switch, Killua's alive, my bad, as we can see in our cameras. And now on our screens, we end up knowing that IND are losing a lot more. It's down to the last 2. Havk are trying to turn the cards, but in an instant, IND bring it back to a 2v2.
Look at Zitsu. He's trying to hunt them down, and this time he even gets a lot more connections. Ghostly Boy gets taken down. Down to a 1v2. Hades trying to just sneak up and start the decryption. Maybe to buy some more time all to himself. Having that one RPG, can he pull off and get at least 1 frag out of those 2? Is it possible? I don't think so. As Team IND, they have to interrupt the decryption. There is no questions about it that it will be done in no time. As IND, they will be moving up with a 2-0 scoreline in the series, in this particular map itself.
We are just looking forward to the next upcoming rounds. This looked like a hopeful one where it was almost brought to a 2v4 of an advantage in favor of Havk. But in an instant, I think it was all kudos to Jitsu and Arav. They played together. We even saw them bringing it down to a 2v1 where both of them jumped on the medium from the side of Havk. And they cleared him off in an instant. It was all down to the heavy Hades. He started the decryption, but he was unable to defend and hold it. Tempest destroying not just the environment in front of him, but even the opponents. He's helping his teammates to do the deed. Let's see if there's a chance right now. Havk, any terminal environment that they see that is kind of constricted into compounds, they destroy it wide open, making sure Havk never have a sneaky chance to start the decryption, and then they would have to go and interrupt it. Zero again ready with his sniper. Killua also on the same, both missing their shots, but it seems like Zero was able to connect the first and do damage on one of their heavies.
Still trying to find out. Killua, one opening for his side. On the attacking side, it's very important for the side of Havk or any of the sides to just get the first opening. And even Havk in that try and error. They have lost one of their players. Team still seems to be in a very dicey position. One of the shots has been connected, which means Team Havk, they will be trying to push it hard on that one single player to get that frag, but in spite of that, they lose their second player as well.
It's not looking bright. This is the first half, down to the last two. This situation was there in the previous round, but it was the other way around. It was Havk on an advantage right now. It's all up to Havk. Skillua finds the elimination on Zero. That was a nice snipe coming through. Can he find a second? Cloaks himself. He spotted the player. He's done the damage. He's hiding, but he doesn't know where he went. He used the zip line. They're trying to run away. Killua was quick on it. He's trying to bring this back to level ground on a 1v2. He has an opportunity. He tries to take down Jitsu, and that is going to be a melee 1v1, but he has to attack. 40 seconds on the clock. The players close by. Both of them running around. Arav has an SMG. That's going to be a better option, and he puts him down. That is going to be IND with 3 rounds. Killua, kudos. A wonderful attempt coming in from him, but is just not enough. Not the right weapon for the last battle.
It was so close. Even if there was like a one shot that connected to that last player of Team IND, things could have turned or changed drastically by that one player. Kilo was pulling some heavy plays all by himself, and there was nobody to support him. And it seems like Havk, I don't know what to say, man. At this moment, it seems like IND, they're just gonna walk away with Las Vegas to make it a 2-0 in this BO5 series.
We spoke about this. This map needs to be Havk. If they don't, it is IND running away with the grand finals at this point. There's already a 3-0. The attack now being led from IND, but charging upon our Havk. They spot the player. They decided to go on for a head-on battle. No giving any space for IND to get closer to the terminal. Rather, we just fight on heavy. They're trying to do so, but they've not still found an elimination. Uses the dome. BT wants to survive, and successfully does, along with his teammates finding an elimination on the players of IND. Mukko, their Hulk, is down.
Jitsu with the RPG, the reciprocations are being done, so Kiatma falls apart as well, down to a 3v3. The shots are trying to make the connection. Zero with the sniper will eventually try to just do some bit of damage. He drops down to 20 and instantly had to fall back, but Havk, they've lost all their numbers, down to 1v3 again. BT has to pull up a great show and eventually starts off with Arav.
BT, the last one surviving. This is the last round. Jumps almost into the anti-gravity cube, but moves away. But right now he's surviving on 58. He'll be back to 150 in a couple more seconds. But he has to pull off a 1v2. Killua was almost about to pull off a 1v4. But now this 1v2 he's on defense. BT has to predict where the attack is going, but he's around the A terminal. The key is going towards the B. This is zip line. He can make it fast. Steadfast is what he needs to be on his aim and the game. But look at what Jitsu is doing. He's going to take the terminal away from the grasp of BT. Automatic shotgun coming in, but BT successfully wins the duel. It's a 1v1, but his health super low, and Zero takes advantage of it with the sniper and closes Las Vegas. IND 2-0 in this grand final series.
This entire winning celebration, it does give us a gist. It's a BO5, Lucifer. It's a BO5. If it was a BO3, the series would have ended right here, right now. But it's a BO5, so we will have another round. And that too in the map of Monaco, which is picked by Team IND. I mean, yes, Havk, they are good on it. They have been dominating. They have performed in the map of Monaco, but against a team like this, who is putting up a performance like this,
yeah, I mean, there are very few words that we can right now add more onto this of what IND is doing. There's barely any adjectives left towards the end of this stream when we end up seeing the champions video, when we have the interview with them. But this is just on a whole another level. I mean, this is not even something that it feels matched at this point. IND clearly look like a team who are stepping up for the international stages. That's their
Yeah.
spotlight is now. They are putting up a competition right now in the finals Community Cup, and this is also them showing not just here in the Indian circuit. This is this telling for everybody around the world that we might be eyeing for a global one. And the finals, starting it from the grassroots levels, bringing the players, and we've seen a lot more players grow, seeing players like this stepping onto platforms like the finals Community Cup, the showdown. Jitsu made it there. This is a revenge victory for him, and he's trying to do best on this. He's trying to pull all guns in making sure that he manages to win today, but it's not going to be an easy one, he knows, but he's making it look all ever so easy. 9 eliminations coming in from Arav.
Bro was there as the best support in the previous map. Now he decides, hey, I've done enough support. Let me get on the front line and get some eliminations all to myself.
Yeah, he didn't like being mentioned as a best support over there. He's like, hey, I'm the light. I'm going to be the MVP category. I'm the one who deals damage. Call me the best damager. And he's like, hey, here, look at me, MVP. I'm here. And I'm going to be knocking the bells and the doors down of our opponents.
Maybe Muko was saying, okay, Arav, if you want, so okay, you can have both the titles all to yourself. No, nobody's gonna get hurt,
No
right?
contest.
After all, we're winning. Yeah, no contention at all. You can have it all what you need, because what matters to the players of IND is just to win this tournament at this point.
And they are already on a hot victory streak to winning it. Monaco is what stands between them and the champions title. 4-0 in this map. In the previous, at least there was one round, there was a chance to be pulled off. Suki Atma sitting at 0, Ghostly Boy at 0, Hades has 2 eliminations, BT on 4 and Killua at 5. Killua played amazing, but it was not enough, being all alone, left in a 1v4 to clutch.
Looking forward to see how things goes around. Suki Atma, Ghostly Boy completely shut it off in their own picked map. Seems like they were not even a match to the side of Team Mind, and you can see the differences. I mean, it's not that huge, but still 20 to 11 in terms of elimination, and in terms of combat score, you see 13 almost closing up to 14,000 as well, to 8,786. So a lot of things needs to get changed at this point. Havk, please show up something in the next map of Monaco.
Fingers crossed, all is what we can expect now. I was thinking maybe Pashu could play yesterday, yes, because Hades was not playing. There was a stand-in with Pashu coming in, Suki Atma. There was a little bit of a ripple in the first game that they had, but eventually it looked like all of it came together, and Havk were able to beat every other team, make their way to the lower bracket final. But today I kind of feel that maybe it could have been storylines is what I was expecting, because Pashu was in the first ever Revolution Showdown event that happened with creators, with the top players of India, with the picks coming through, and it was Pashu with Mortal's team winning that trophy. This time, Jitsu, he's looking forward to it. Jitsu was there in that as well. He was sitting in front of his opponents, but they were unable to win. This is what he's looking forward to, taking that trophy away from a victory player who was there on the opponent team. But unfortunately Pashu is not, but it is still him proving a point that not just him, right, playing at the toppest or the best level of the leaderboards, but also his teammates are doing the same. All of them want to be the best in the finals.
It's all about becoming the best and crowning yourself as the first champion of any of this finals Community Cup. Not only that, the first tournament of finals which has stated from the grassroots level, from where every player came up, registered their squad and played. Total of how 64 teams came into the question in terms of 2 different splits. But right now, it came down to this final main event, the Judgment Day, and it seems like the best 2 teams, out of which one team seems to be showing us a one-sided domination. I don't know what is coming up next in the map of Monaco, but hopefully we see a one map coming up from the side of Havk.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be tough. At this point, I know it is just us trying to blow raspberries in the water to try and see if there's a hope left for Havk. It is tough at this point. We can't even try and find a way to sugarcoat it anymore. Now the sugar itself is completely powdered and it's been blown out. There's nothing much left to sugarcoat. And now Monaco, the one that stands between IND and them being called the champs, the ultimate winners, the ultimate contestants, and attack is what we look forward to as what Havk could do if Havk stands a chance on Monaco. This is an even playing ground with residences, high rises, but the grounds are going to be even. Everybody is going to have a rooftop battle. IND will look forward to close it. Cafe and hotel to start it all off.
Definitely an ideal position in which at least Team IND would be looking forward to start off with and probably get some good early rounds all to themselves. Probably a clean round. Maybe it's 3-0 in the first half itself to just announce that, you know what, we are ending the series right here, right now. But have a hell lot of job to do.
Tempest is
What?
loving it. He is.
Oh, man.
They know what they are on. And I don't even see IND trying to defend a terminal. Look at what they're trying to do. Muko, unfortunate, is unable to make the jump. Is almost close. Yeah, there you go.
Oh
He makes it. He makes it. The Hulk is ready. Spots the whole shebang of Havk. Wanted to use the RPG, but he said my Lewis is stronger. He tries with that, puts a dome for his teammates, forces the players of Havk to tread to the roads and the alleys of Monaco, not the roofs.
I really wonder what if that RPG made that connection, Lucifer. Things could have been like disastrous for the side of Team Havk if that RPG connected and at least 2 players got taken down. I mean, that would have been the ideal start for the side of Team IND, but not quite sure what's coming next for the side of Havk because every other player got brutally damaged.
Who gets hit from, I think, a nade. Now he's being charged, and that's the first elimination. Havk, they've taken an advantage on attack. They've taken a double advantage, but finally Tempest finds one, uses the dome, wants to move around. Jitsu as well wants to get closer to his teammates, but I think Tempest is in a very awkward spot, and Tempest gets taken down. Hades is coming in with a sledgehammer, but Jitsu says no with his shotgun, and Jitsu finds the second as well, brings it down to a 2v2. Havk immediately turn it all around. Now it's all up to Jitsu, who has to recover on health. He is spamming the doorway, making sure they do not enter, uses the anti-gravity cube and moves in the other direction for now.
My god, I don't know what went just wrong. IND seemed to be a little overconfident, I guess. Maybe if this round falls in the hands of Team Havk, things can just change drastically. But Jitsu, he has done it before. Can he do it once again? The clutch machine, it's not gonna happen this time. Havk wins the first round to start off the map of Monaco all to themselves.
I almost thought that the read coming in on the zipline and him treading towards the A terminal could have almost worked out for Jitsu. Thankfully, they step out of the building, check the balcony and spot a player using the zipline trying to cross across. That's 1-0. Havk, they've not just found a round, they've found the first round on Monaco on attack. This is good for them. They know this is the last map if they lose. There's no more the finals Community Cup happening. At least here, there's no more weeks. This is going to be the ultimatum. This is the ultimate showdown, the penultimate, no more. It was the lower bracket fight. And now again the roof fight breaks out. This time better are IND. They were almost about to find an elimination in Havk, and Havk again get forced off the roof. And Havk, a player overextended his stay, and Havk, they lose. Not just one, a second. RPG from Muku, charge and slam coming in. Havk lose their third. It's down to the last 2. They spot the second, and it now comes down to the 1 and the sole survivor.
My god. This is not the way Havk wanted things to turn around. But the RPG made a brutal connection. Hades still trying to play it. He's got a sledgehammer. He was waiting for someone to come up close. He uses the winch claw. He gets the sledgehammer, but not a single frag got registered. An equalizer instantly coming from the side of Team IND. Oh my god. I think I need to grasp my breath at this point.
If this is the first community cup that we are seeing, I'm excited for a lot more coming in. I would even urge the players to follow the socials of the finals everywhere, not just here on the live streams, but even in Instagram, in the X, and everywhere, so that you know the next immediate tournament coming in. There are tournaments happening around cities from where you might be close by in cafes, so make sure you're also following that. Maybe you can hit those cafes, win the trophies there, and eventually step up to a stage as such as we see IND and Havk fighting in the grand finals. And next time it might be a new name, next time it might be a team almost taking down IND. So far there have been a lot of almosts, but this time Havk finding the first has given a little sunshine of a ray, as we spoke about, but that was just for one round, which is not going to be enough. Necros, underpass, attack, get closer to it. Where's the key? They've also bought it. They're going to be starting the decryption. There doesn't seem to be any gadgets around. Ziplines have been used. They're going to immediately start the decryption and move out of the position. Sonar reveals, but Hades is standing here for a fight. Nice range, wants the elimination, finds on Tempest, and an RPG being sent out as a flank has been initiated. IND have lost 2 of their players, 3 of their players. Time's ticking. Havk looking good, but not for now. 2v2.
Oh, down to a 2v2. This position seems to be, it's going to turn up a 1v2, as it is Havk to get the second round, being on the attacking side before the sides are swapped. And this time Havk will be shifting towards the defensive side. A very good chance for the side of Havk to get the map of Monaco in their hands and to stop the unbeaten run of Team IND in this Community Cup.
Havk are making everybody feel that there is a chance here, because so far nobody's ever taken a lead against IND. They've been able to secure rounds. They've never been able to secure the first as well, but this is Havk doing it. They've taken 2.5. Now they're on the defense, which is their stronghold. Our viewers, they're also wondering, the observer is cycling between a lot, right? Right now, that is the option that is there in game, that we have to cycle all the players and then we get to the other side, and that's the reason you might miss out on a lot of opportunities or eliminations. But as things charge up, there's a fight on the rooftops that start. Zero trying his best, but the mesh and the dome, the double protection coming through, doesn't give them a chance to winch the players off. Havk still stands strong.
He is barely surviving, finally gets taken down. Retaliations from both the ends, as it is down to a 4v4 contention. Seems like Team IND, they want to go up close and personal. Arav is already, he is just feeling like, bring them on, I'm gonna take everybody that comes in my way. But for the same scenario, even Havk seems to be very prepared with everything all around the sonars, trying to gather some intel from, and still IND are clueless. Where are the players hiding? Zitsu with the RPG is ready. IND loses another player, and this time they're quite sure where are the players of Havk hiding.
3v3. Somebody gets winched. Ghostly boy, he wins the duel against Jitsu. Decryption starts in the meantime from IND. They decide to play the objective. IND, this is the first time they look so contested. I'm not too sure this is their calling which is going wrong, because they've decided to go for a head-on fight, but Arav decides that the objective is still ours. He brings it back to a 2v2. Zero misses his opportunity, but he still connects. He needs to find another connection to bring it down, and Arav does the deed. He brings an equalizer for IND.
Man stepped up at the right moment where he was needed the most, and it seems like IND says, no, you're not walking away with this Monaco, at least not like in this manner. It can just push towards a tiebreaker, which I feel like it can happen. Havk with 3, IND with 3, then the tiebreaker to decide who is the map winner. But not an easy win, not at all an easy win for any of the side, it seems.
This just got interesting as teams have evened up on score. But it's not going to be enough. Havk know that the equalizer is is a cause for concern for their own, not IND. IND are the ones who will be looking forward to just closing this map. On the rooftops again, a spot. This time,
Wow.
first elimination, 0. The sniper has been lost. Arav has also been brought down to very low health, and this is another opportunity. Previously, it was Arav and 0 to strike, but a 4v4 has been brought. Hades, a nice range. He should be able to find the elimination, but the players in the Cathedral were a lot more from IND compared to Havk, and it is Havk to lose theirs. It's down to the 3 players. And decryption starts in the meantime. Havk, what do they say? Do they have a chance to bring back their own lead that they just lost because of the equalizer in the previous round?
Felt like the Winch Claw was that deciding point where they could have taken the advantage in their favor, and missing it completely like that is definitely going to cost them out. But oh, Tempest barely trying to survive. The RPG has to make a connection. It does try to make that connection. BT still trying to pull things off. Down to a 3v3 situation. Team IND, they have lost the numbers. Down to a 2v2. What how are they just retaliating like this? Every time you see one player getting taken down from Havk, the same thing happens with Team IND as well. But the RPG makes the connection. Ghostly boy gets a slam on his face.
It's all down to BT. Uses the goo canister, but he knows he doesn't have time. Charge and slam, and that's 3 for IND. They need one more round here on Monaco to close and call themselves the champions. This was a contested game. Where was this Havk so far? But now the lead has gone away from them. They've lost the control of this map. With that lead going away, the only thing that they can hope for is another equalizer, pushing this to a tiebreaker. But IND will not let that happen. IND have finally decided we are not going to play any more shenanigans of a fight. We are going for the objectives, and we are going to hit where it matters.
This can be the final round, the final series point, where definitely Havk doesn't want to stand on, but it is the reality. Still trying to pull things off. Havk will fight till their last breath, but IND, how are they going to approach this final round? Because every time if you see them going all in, those ideas, those strats have not worked out in this particular map of Monaco, as Havk, they have retaliated in that similar manner.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Havk lose their first. Zero's not stopping right now. Mid-air shots as well. Drops their health to a low. And Muku wants to charge. He spots the player jumping in the window. Tempest with the RPG is running all around. They're like wild beasts looking forward to charge upon the players of Havk. BT sends out an RPG but barely manages to survive at 80. Havk lose, and now they're down to their last 3. Nice glitch. The player who was trying to run closer to them gets hit back, forced off, but Havk, they are down to their last 2, a 2v4 for them. The odds stacked up against Havk.
The deed is done, it seems, and look at Arav. He is using emotes at this point, although the round is still yet to get over. Down to a 1v3. Dreams have crushed. Being nullified by the boys of Team IND as they rise as the champions of the Finals Community Cup.
They wanted this. They were looking forward to it. Split 1, unbeatable. Main event, unbeatable. This streak of victors proves themselves as the best team in India with the initials of IND. They are the champions of the first ever, the Finals Community Cup. And they stand tall to it as the best team. What a show coming in from them. But you would also have to give it up for the runners-up. If not for them, their lower bracket story, their journey that they had, winning and playing 9 maps yesterday on a stretch with barely around 5 to 10 minutes of a break, ending everything on Las Vegas. Today also they tried their best, but it did not work out. Kudos to both these two teams. The journey has been immense, long and tiring, but we come to the final conclusion here on the last day, the ultimatum, with proving the best team as IND.
One of the favorites for sure in the finals community throughout the Indian circuit, that yes, this team has the potential to win this tournament. We had heard rumors about it around this team that yes, this team can be the one to watch out for in the entire tournament. Guess what? Not dropping a single match. They have came here, they conquered it all by themselves, and they had the entire fun that we got from their end was like, it's unimaginable. Every time with those emotes, with those brutal gameplay, they showcase that what the game is all about.
This was fun, man. I really loved IND. I think the very first, the finals community cup coming through with players all around India trying their best, forming teams, having attempts of split 1 and split 2 where they could change the rosters, and it happened for even Havk. Havk had a Unite Together or something like that as a team where they were eliminated at the very first game in round 1 of our split 1. They formed this team for split 2. They looked strong. They were almost looking like unbeaten. Yes, had losses in a map or so, but not a series, and that's the reason they won and they were the top seed on split 2. But their journey was not the same when main event started. The very first game, they get hit out. It becomes a bomber for them. They just completely get flushed out in the upper bracket, and then what they do is arise and also avenge the nightmares of B team and win and make their way to the grand finals. But Arif, this is the second time he becomes the MVP. He said, Las Vegas is mine, I want to be the MVP, the best support, everything. He makes it happen again here with a brilliant clutch also being pulled out when his teammates and the numbers looked a little bleak to equalize the scores.
Incredible performance from each and every player of Team IND who has worked day and night to reach this stage and conquer this tournament. And from here on, I'm quite sure, Lucifer, we're going to see a lot more new teams arising and making it, because after this first Community Cup, a lot of players who were not aware of how the finals game work, how the tournaments work, have watched it, and by seeing these star players, they're going to start their grind to prepare for the next tournament, which will be coming up. But for now, IND Arav, again, the best supporter of his team. He has got 8 eliminations, 4 assists. He has a support score of 650. But there is literally no sorts of error that we saw from this guy, and being exceptionally well. Whenever his team needed him the most to be in the front line, he delivered it and helped his team to win the rounds and win the matches. This time, even Tempest stepping up with 8 eliminations. Bro was like kind of offended at the first that, hey, I didn't get a lot more frags in the couple of matches that we played. This time, I'm going to go all in.
They did. IND, a couple of times there was a little bit of a hiccup that where we also thought, hey, wait, Havk are almost pulling it back. But Tempest, we were talking about him being the wall, the man who was tanking all of it. But this time he said enough of it. I need to also show up in terms of eliminations. 8 eliminations from him. Jitsu was almost about to pull off a clutch, if not for them all stepping out into the balcony. Maybe there was a chance for Jitsu. Muko always delivering 0. He missed a lot of shots that we ended up seeing even on Las Vegas as well as Monaco, but the shots that mattered, they connected, they impacted, they brought the players of Havk low to the health. Killua, not the best game he had here, but he knew what was at stake. At this third map, right, Necros, I feel like it was all about mental pressure and also the losses that they had already had previously. So it was tough for them to wield around it, work around it, but they tried their best foot forward. 26 eliminations against 18 eliminations. This is the best data that we have seen so far against the team IND in any of the matchups that we have had so far.
It was definitely a close game, Lucifer. I mean, I still kind of wonder how Havk went through this series, because it felt like they tried. Every time you were seeing them that they were trying their best to win the rounds. They were putting all the efforts that was needed. But in the terms of skills, in the terms of strats, always it felt like IND, they were just too good. Unmatchable in the entire tournament. I don't even see a single team to like go against them and maybe win at least one map or so, because every time, even if I recall against Wars Generation in the first split 1, it was also 2-0 scoreline.
Everywhere it's just been 2-0s. Now they do a 3-0 as well. What a great attempt. I would say maybe charging into this grand finals, there needed to be a better strategy that they would have to figure out to take down players from IND by pieces, by players getting isolated. But otherwise, you could rarely see the sides of IND players getting isolated. And if they did, as successful Monaco rounds were being pulled out from Havk, they could have had a chance to maybe even close a map. It was just about refining the act that they had put up in the arenas. But IND, as we said, they were here on a journey, and especially I would say Jitsu himself. He wanted to prove this in the first ever Indian tournament that we had with the Revolution Showdown, but unfortunately he couldn't do it there. But from there on, he kept on it, decided that he's going to give it his all, and look at the bracket that's been the first seeded team ever in the finals Community Cup main event was IND, and they will be your champions. They are your champions until the next ever Community Cup, and I'm seeing a lot of viewers being interested, and I know you would want to jump into it. Make sure that you guys also start following, start grinding, and never miss out on an opportunity where you don't register. I think that's where a lot of players miss out on the deadlines. You should jump in back, and then we would want to see who is going to be the newest team to put up a fight against IND, because they are India's best team right now after this tournament.
Exactly. And this tournament and all the teams, those who were involved in it, has set a benchmark for the upcoming aspirants for the finals, who thought that we'll see. That I guess there are always some players whose things like that we can just witness one tournament. Let's see how the teams are playing, what kind of strategies they use when it comes down to the tournament matches. So the next time, yes, they will be also registering themselves in such tournaments. I don't know when it's gonna be the next one, but for sure, we saw 64 teams registering this time for this Community Cup. Maybe next time it can turn out to be 100 or maybe more. Never know.
I would want to say, as I initially mentioned or previously mentioned, that there are going to be a lot of cafe tournaments happening where you can test out your skills, and for that you would have to follow the Finals India pages on Instagram, on X, on YouTube, everything and anywhere we put out the posts on, so that you get an opportunity to test out your skills in the city that you are in. Yes, it might get difficult because you would have to go there and your players might be around India, but you have to figure a way to at least individually try and play and see where you stand at, and then when you are able to get into the next season of maybe the Community Cup or another IP of the finals itself. But that's what I'm looking forward to, and rooting for all the new players who have seen what's gone down here so far from the past 3 weeks, who've been glued into their screens, looking at who's been the best player, how well they've performed, what has been the intense action, the clutches coming through, all of the glitters and shimmers all around that they enjoyed for the past 3 weeks. We as well on desk, right? We were talking about IND, and truthfully, they do not prove us anything as an odd. They do what they were on the hunt for, and as I said, I think I would want to ask if Jitsu joins us for the interview. We have a confirmation. We'll be having interviews of both, so we will get a chance to talk to both the teams, because Havk's journey has also not been easy. They had to reform, refine, split 2, win split 2, start their very first game, and it did not work in their favor. But yesterday's lower bracket run coming in from Havk was just brilliant, and today to win in the lower bracket final. And we have the runners up with us, BT, joining us for the interview. Hello BT, congratulations on being the runner-up of the first ever Community Cup of the finals. How are you feeling?
So good. Nice. फीलिंग्स के बारे में क्या ही बताऊं guys. चाहता था टूर्नामेंट जीतने को, but we fell short. But कल का runner up. Yeah, tell me.
Exactly. कल का ही मैं बात करने वाला था, आपने ये जिक्र कर दिया. The entire yesterday stretch, 9 maps, and you still managed to win it.
Okay. No, I cannot. Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me, right?
No, I'm not able to hear the casters.
Oh, I think we have a little bit of a technical hitch.
Hello?
BT is unable to hear us.
I'm just messing, bro.
You can see us, right?
Oh, bro. What?
I'm
I
sorry,
was
bro.
almost.
That's me, BT and Roy. Content creator, bro.
This is the best moment that we had. I really like that. This spirit that you have kept, right? I enjoy this. I think this was the reason that you guys won yesterday as well, were able to win today as well, right? This spirit that you had.
Yes, because of this spirit only we won and we fell short. Yes. Yesterday we had like
So-
good run.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
After losing the very first game, we all. My English is very bad, bro.
You can mix and match, don't worry. We will manage. We will convey it to the people. You can mix and match.
Okay,
Aap
okay.
baat karo.
Yesterday after losing, bro, we started winning only because of Kilwa, Pashu,
Uh-huh.
Ghosli, and Sukhi Atma.
Uh-huh.
And our IGL is Kilwa. Because of him, we won yesterday's all the game. Today itself, Hades was calling, bro. That's why we lost. I swear to God, not gonna lie. Hades is the main reason today itself that we lost. He is like Hades. If you are watching
Okay.
this, please, bro, do not call me ever again. Do not IGL Hades. We are mad at you.
Oh
IGL
my God.
transformation happening after this tournament is what we are getting. IGLs बदलने वाले हैं. I like it, but I enjoy. I know this is just banter within the team. थोड़ा कहीं ना कहीं आपके
banter.
spirits को to keep the mind up. I really like this, but I know I want to ask you this. Main thing is because पहला tournament था finals community cup where players everywhere around India खेलने को मौका मिला. So among them, you are the top two. कैसा लग रहा है?
Ooh. Congratulations. बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. Like I'm feeling like very nice. How to put in words? Just because we lost just now, I'm not able to say my words what I want to say. So we are just feeling good and nice that very first final tournament. Thanks for the opportunity, the finals community cup. Thanks to the Skyesports, they gave us this opportunity to play the finals after Valo, after some other game, CS:GO. You know. So it's
I'm
good
happy.
that we came second with this team. Oh my God, I have so much to bitch about my team. They're all like 100 hours player, bro.
We'll keep it in the hush hush. We do not want to extend our PG-13 plus right now, but thank you so much, BT, joining us. It was a wonderful chat that we had with you. It was lovely seeing you on desk, and congratulations once again. We hope to see you in
Thank
the
you.
upcoming tournaments as well. But please
Yeah,
don't
sure,
debate me
definitely.
next time like that.
Sure, next time I'll be ready,
Thank
bro.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Wow,
Oh, man, what
was
a-
fun to talk to. He was the
I'm gonna-
literal epitome of a man who had sold that I would spill all the dirty beans of my team.
That prank legit, it got me. I was like, okay,
I
it
did.
can be a technical error. We both thought that, okay, it might be a technical error that he's facing, but he bro baited us.
I'm pretty sure the producer was also like, I can see all the audio
Is
levels
there-
are going through.
Yeah.
Wait, is it his headphone, my headphone? What happened? But I think overall, as I said, right, and as we saw with the mindset that Havk came through, was like they knew what they were facing against, so they were just trying to have fun, put their best foot forward. They did try there. Even in the last map, we ended up seeing a scoreline of almost 2-1 in the first half, which was a surprise for me. But wonderful. It was amazing to watch them fight. But yeah, that was our runners-up, Nikros.
And guys, they were like very enjoyed. They had fun. The thing that we can just get a little gist about from the players' interview that yes, they came second. They are happy with it. Then they tried to win it, but again, IND was way better. But the most important part is they enjoyed the entire tournament. As the first tournament of the finals, they enjoyed playing all the matches. They enjoyed playing all the maps and coming out of the grand finals and being the second best team in the entire country. It means a lot to them, and also I don't know whether the roster changes are going to happen or not. Well, that's a little matter of fact that we might be looking forward to have a discussion in the backstage.
It's not in our control, guys. We are not.
Yeah.
You've gotten some spill of the beans here on the interview of the first ever Community Cup. I hope you enjoyed that because that was a runner-up interview. Now I would also want to hear from the champion themselves. I'm pretty sure they also had almost thought. Now, maybe I am saying almost, but in their minds they would have already said we are the champions, and they would have almost managed to think that yeah, this is done. There's nobody else running away with it. But this showdown from the very start with creators, the players who were already grinding the finals when it released, with the season 3 coming in, Kyoto, and the fight that all went underway to now seeing the finals Community Cup, right? The first ever edition. Now this rendition edition, we want to see where it goes further, because I can see a lot of our viewers, they're excited. They're like, hey, there's a lot more players who could fight. There is a lot more players who also can show their skills, who may be matching up to IND. And I think we might have a lot more tournaments coming in. As I said, there are already tournaments happening in the cafe. Don't make sure that you don't miss that. Jump into it. But a lot more in terms of online. And I've heard from the secret birdies of lands or something. I don't know, Nikros.
Well, I guess we will have a lot of talk about leaks later, but right now we've got two of the players from the winning team, and let's welcome Tempest and Arav for this interview session with us. And it would be really glad to have you boys on board. So, how are you guys feeling after winning this tournament?
Yeah. We feel good. It was not like a big deal, but yeah, like
we can hear you.
We feel good.
Yeah.
User, can you check? I know you guys are talking. We are just checking. Don't worry. I think we should be. Our producer might be able to hear it. We'll check. Yeah, I think I heard a voice.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, there we
that.
go. The champions.
Yeah.
We can hear them. Congratulations. Now tell us,
Thank
how
you,
does
thank
it
you.
feel?
It feels good. Like we expected more, but it was quite a fun challenge to be here. And thanks Skyesports for organizing this. And we're looking forward to more events like this. And we're there to dominate. Just watch for us.
You indeed did.
I
You
have one
indeed
question.
dominated.
I have one question to Arav, that you just mentioned that you wanted something more. I mean, if this is like a 2-0, 3-0, like this kind of domination, what more did you want? Like, how much difference did you wanted in this final match?
We, as you guys know, like we never dropped a map. Okay. So we needed more competition to us. Like we needed that fight. Like nobody was giving that to us. So yeah.
Oh, nice. I really like this. You're riling up the audience as well in the meantime. Tempest,
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I know you've been sitting like
Yes, yes.
they're not talking to you. I will talk to you. I'm here for you, my friend. How does it feel? Champion, best team in India, and nobody's challenged you so far.
Nah, it's not like they haven't challenged us. They did. All, like everyone who participated, they all were very good. And yeah, they gave us a good competition, and here we are. So
And
I want to. Yeah, Arav, you're saying something. Go for it.
yeah, I would like to mention all the players. Like Jitsu did all the study book work, and Mukku is just going there, destroying everyone. Tempest is always supporting with their
you just can't forget Zero, man. Like,
Zero.
what
Zero
man-
is the god sniper, bro.
final chord of a team.
No doubt.
Yeah, let's talk about building this team, right? Making the best team. And we were talking about this storyline, right? Jitsu was also in the Revolution Showdown, but he fell short over there. This was his time to prove with the team and players that he will pick. He wants to work around them, and as you said, he was the man who was making all the studies, setting everything up. So how does this team come through when you heard about the Finals Community Cup for the first time?
We used to play together from a very long time, like not just the 5 of us, but many more players. And from them we selected these guys. Like we need a good aggressive player like Mukku. We need a good strat player like Jitsu. We need the best, like we need the best sniper, Zero. And from there we collected, like we asked them to play along and everything. And that's how we got them. Like, yeah.
You've been talking about Zero, right? Now I want to know, Arav and Zero, you kind of act as buddies, playing the lights over there. So how is the communication? We see that you're running to flank, Zero is the one who's initiating maybe the initial shots, and you immediately start chaos, start destruction. So what is the plan of action when a round starts?
So
There is no stat or something like that. Hello.
Yeah.
Only carry on.
yeah. So there was no stat. Like we were just scouting and checking where the players are coming from, and we took it from there. Zero was like picking shots after shots, hitting shots after shot, and taking kills after kills. And we're just following along. That's it.
Necros, any last questions? before
Yeah,
we
I really
congratulate
wanted
and
to
send them off?
ask. Yeah. I wanted to ask one thing, that you guys performed like in a one-sided manner in this entire tournament. It was terminal attack. Do you think that you can perform in a similar manner in different game modes of the finals?
Yeah.
We can perform even better.
Yeah.
Some of
Yeah.
us have not even
Okay.
reached the limit.
Yeah, because there's second chances and all that. I think that's going to be insane seeing you guys over there. We might try to put off maybe a show match. We'll try to see if that's a possibility. But before I let you boys go, because this is your time to enjoy, I want to know if you want to give shout outs to anybody, your friends, family watching, supporters who were there sitting and watching the live stream. It's all yours, your stage right now.
Tempest,
So it's not
brother,
about
brother, 1 second, let me speak.
Yeah. You know this term. Brother, once again let me speak.
I doubt them.
You guys don't know, right?
No.
No.
Anyways, Tempest, I'll hand the mic over to you and shout out to all the players.
No. I want to give shout out to like Muku, Zero, Jitsu, and this first generation. That was also our team. Like not the INT, like main INT, but that was also a part of our team. Like Fawcett, Swab,
Buzz.
Frozen, and we have
Sub.
6th guy. But yeah,
He also
Sub.
contributed in he stepped in when we're not there and played amazingly. So yeah, we have to give it.
We will give you the champions title, call you the best team of the Finals Community Cup, and thank you for joining us. You are the champions. Go celebrate, because this first season is all yours, because you have started the legacy from here on for the finals. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucifer.
Thank you, man. It was wonderful to hear them out. As you could see, right? They themselves. We didn't even have to mention about all their players. That's how they were about their players, helping them contribute for this win. They knew from the very start. Them exclaiming about Zero, Jitsu, everyone. That tells us what this tournament meant for them.
Exactly, and even when they mentioned the players of War Generation being like starting the game all by themselves, like Fawcett, we had a kind of idea that he was also a part of their clan or something like
Yeah,
that
he had
in
a
the
prefix.
team. That he had a prefix of IND Fawcett. So overall, we can say that they are still looking forward for a better competitor in the Indian circuit. So for the viewers, those who are watching this live, for the players, the aspirants, those who are looking forward to compete in the upcoming tournaments, this is your chance. You can prove them wrong that, hey,
Yes.
you want competition in the server. We are here to show you what the competition is all about. So the next tournament, they might be just prepared that new teams will be arriving, so we better be prepared. What's coming next?
Everybody needs to be prepared, because this was the first ever Finals Community Cup, and we have had our first ever champions, but this is not going to be the last. They've created the legacy. Somebody else can break it, but this is going to be the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed, but keep getting on, becoming the best of the best contestant out there in the finals. See you in the next one.